Hello, everybody, and welcome to the S&M show, broadcasting live from the home of the comic book men, Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash. My name is Ming Chen, sitting across from me, looking. Why are you looking at me like that? You're looking very.
Why do I look at you like that?
Oh, is that how we're doing things today?
No, that's not.
Oh, okay. Dang it.
That's not.
Dang it. 30 weeks in, still not working.
30 weeks in.
I got no game. Got no mojo.
This is like, I mean, seriously, if you're trying, this is like the most impressive game anyone's ever run.
Oh God, yeah.
Like you're really throwing it in there.
This is better than so you're drinking a Guinness.
So you're drinking a Guinness.
Actually, that reminds me of something that happened this Friday. I went the Orioles in the playoffs. They're playing the Royals in the
So are the Cardinals.
American League Championship Series, and I found the only Orioles bar in New York City. Only one bar, one Orioles bar, and I went there packed, full of game.
You found your people.
Game one, I found my peoples. Bar was packed, and my friend Jill met me there.
Obviously a female.
Yes, I'll tell you about her later. She's cool. But she had to go to the bathroom. So she had to, kind of push through a whole throng of people.
Yeah.
Got to the bathroom, came back, and she was like, I just heard the worst pickup line ever. I guess it was her and another girl waiting for the bathroom. Guy comes up. He's like, oh, so you're Orioles fans, huh? It's like, wah, wah, wah. It's like, all right. And she called him inbred Baltimorean.
Oh, there you go.
Inbred Baltimorean just used the worst pickup line on me. Everybody's in orange and black. Everyone was wearing a cartoon bird hat.
So, you're an Orioles fan.
You're an Orioles fan, huh?
There you go.
Yes.
You know what's funny? For as much shit as we talk about...
That dude probably got so much puss that night.
I was going to say, for as much shit as we talk about So You're Drinking a Guinness, where are you going? For as much shit as we talk about So You're Drinking a Guinness, we are still talking about him. That's like
so
the best part.
Sort of.
No, I didn't go home with him.
No, so you don't think he got any that night?
I don't know. It was kind of a weird bar. He might have.
How weird?
It was kind of like they wanted to be like a musical venue, but they were really just a sports bar. But then they kind of had a restaurant that was like a family feel. It was kind of a little all over the place.
They had no idea.
But they had a nice bathroom. So I mean, like, how often do you find that in like a weird bar, a nice bathroom? It was probably the best part about it.
Men's rooms? No, never.
Usually I don't go to the men's room. I go to the women's.
Have you ever had to go to a men's room? Like the women's room
Yep.
was so packed, and you went in, there were a bunch of dudes in there peeing.
Yeah, it was just like, fuck it, like. I haven't,
I wouldn't.
It's not like I haven't seen a penis,
right.
and I mean, like it's not like, I mean, I'm sure some of those guys had something to hide.
I know you haven't seen. I know you've seen lots of penises.
Yes.
I know you've seen a ton.
Yeah, with all my stories of ex-boyfriends.
Yes.
So I mean, like like it's not like I'm gonna look at it and be like, oh my god.
Wow.
Like I'm just gonna run in and go to the bathroom.
Yeah. So I mean, I try
not to make a habit of that though.
No, but if I've been to sporting venues, I've been to bars, and the configurations of a woman's room compared to a men's room, there are no urinals, and hence,
no shit, Sherlock.
Yes, and hence the real estate is the ratio for if you need to pee or something is like 2 to 1.
Yeah.
In a men's room. So typically there are backups, there are lines, and why not go to the men's room if you got to go?
Fuck it. Like, I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, you ever have any dudes get pissed? Like, wait, what are you doing in here?
I've heard like, I don't go into the women's room, and I'm like, yeah, well, why would you wait in that line?
Yeah, dumbass.
Exactly. You run in, you run out.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I've done it before at clubs, like when I used to go to clubs a lot, where like, actually guys were probably just like really trying to get with you while you were in the bathroom,
right?
So
you ever been picked up in a men's room?
No.
Hey, so you're an Orioles fan.
So you're drinking a Guinness.
So you drank a Guinness.
So you drank.
Now you're peeing
Guinness.
it back out.
Yeah, no, I've never gotten picked up on in a men's room.
Yeah,
I have gotten. I did pick somebody up on the Parkway at a toll plaza. He was in the car next to mine.
And what were you like? Yo, baby, can I holler at you?
No, we were we were coming back from senior prom weekend in Cape May. Okay. Lord only knows where this kid was from. He was from Jackson, but at that point I didn't know. So so we were kind of driving, and and kind of like racing each other a little, like not dangerously.
Were
but
you with
kinda,
other females?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we pull
Nice.
so we come to a toll booth and he goes to the toll booth next to mine and we're kind of even. So I roll down the window and I was like, I told the story. I was like, hey, stop at the next rest stop.
Yeah.
And like, sure enough, he did.
Yeah.
I was like, I could have been a serial killer. Like,
Right.
what are they teaching you in Jackson?
Ooh, did you have a rest stop encounter?
Yeah, we talked, exchanged
you
numbers,
talk-
and then
okay.
yeah, exchanged numbers, and then
Okay.
I was like, I'm not gonna drive down to Jackson to go hang out with you.
That was it. That was the killer.
Yeah.
That he lived in Jackson, New
Yeah, I was like a
Jersey?
senior in high school. I also probably had a
okay.
boyfriend at the time.
Oh, I'm sure you did because you've had lots of boyfriends.
Yeah.
I mean, you're pretty much yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you've had a lot of boyfriends.
Always
That's all I'm
telling the
saying.
story about the guy that I used to date.
Yeah. All right. I'm just saying, if I was in a men's room and a chick walked in, I wouldn't bat an eye. I'd be
Yeah.
like, she didn't want to wait in the line.
Yeah.
That's cool. You know, no, there's no one in the stall. Go ahead, take it. It's a free country.
Michael Gaines tweeted at us, if you want to see women shamelessly using the men's bathroom,
Yes.
go to a Bon Jovi concert. So true.
Ah,
So
All
true.
right, living on a prayer.
Yeah, so true.
Yeah. Well, hello everybody. We are here.
The
We
Sam
have
and Ming show.
we are here. We have beer. We are live.
Fear the beer.
Yes, fear the beer.
Fear.
Is that what are we drinking? It's called. This is actually called the Fear.
Yes. It's a Flying Dog, which is an amazing brewery. If you've never tried it, you're an idiot. So go out and grab one. They have tons of good beer. So we picked up the Fear Imperial Pumpkin Ale, 9% alcohol. You think
9? Oh shit.
You think you can handle this?
Today I can. You know what I've been trying to do lately is I've been trying to eat something before I podcast with you, so I don't get too crazy.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we'll see if it works.
Well, there is a 17% alcohol beer somewhere in the near vicinity.
There is 17.5.
Yeah, I could slip that to you.
Duclaws Colossus. We were
Yes.
gifted with it yesterday.
Yes, we were.
Yeah, but we got stories.
We do.
We got stories.
So
But we're on live. Tweet us. I'm at Mingchen37, MINGCHEN 37.
and I'm at the Zen Librarian, and I'm not going to spell it. Never have.
Don't
never
spell
will.
it.
It's not LIBERRYAN.
Okay.
So
All right.
that's
And,
just a helpful hint if you can't figure out how to spell my handle.
Okay. No problem. And you can catch us on youtube.com/Mingchen and salmonmingshow.com,
Yes.
which I haven't updated in a while. I've been lazy.
Whoops.
I gave you access too. Do you think we should start a Facebook page? Would you contribute if you?
Oh, I would
if did
contribute to a
that?
Facebook page.
You
Yeah,
would do
totally.
that?
Totally.
All right, let's start a Facebook page.
Okay.
Okay, this week.
My boyfriend's actually been like really every day that like we talk about like the show or something,
Yeah.
he'll be like, "Why don't you have a Facebook page?" I'm like, "I don't know. I just leave this shit up to Ming." Like,
Oh, all right. Let's
he-
start.
yeah,
Let's start it up
let's
then.
just start it up.
All right, let's start. Cheers to that Facebook page.
Cheers to.
Let's just say if it isn't taken yet, facebook.com/salmonmingshow. Not up yet.
I was gonna say, somebody's just gonna go and take that just to be a.
Well, then
dick.
we'll figure out some other iteration.
It's true.
I don't care.
We'll buy them out for 50 cents.
Yeah, I started using I went to Tumblr first because.
I hate Tumblr.
Do you? Why didn't you
Yeah.
tell me this before I set the
I
page up?
did. I was like, I'm never gonna contribute to that.
Ago. All right,
I'm never gonna contribute
I
to
started using it
that.
because a lot of porn stars use it.
No, just because it's like annoying. I don't know.
Okay,
It's
no,
hard
a lot.
to use.
No, I'm telling you, a lot of porn stars
Oh.
use it because they allow you could put anything you want on
Well,
there.
yeah.
And people do, but a lot
Apparently.
of porn stars use it to update whatever they're up to.
And you would know this.
Just as a red-blooded
Yep,
American
yep,
male,
yep.
just common knowledge.
Yep.
Common knowledge as a
Common
red-blooded
knowledge to all
American
you red-blooded American males
Mhm.
out there. Tumblr is the place to go for all of your internet porn.
male. Yes, it is. They have lower, not standards, but rules.
Oh,
I don't
man.
like rules, so we'll set that up this week then.
Fair enough. Let's do that up.
All right, Samantha, happy No Bra Day
I'm wearing a
to
bra.
you. Are you? You don't need to wear a bra.
I know I don't need to wear a bra at all. I mean, like I could literally leave the house every day without a bra, but I am wearing a bra because I was at work before I came here. So, the store does get a little cold sometimes. I don't want to be like, inappropriately showing nip.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you care about that?
I don't
Like
know.
the
At my
headlights?
workplace, yeah.
Yeah. Really?
Like if somebody were like, say, I mean, we sell like
Are you-
sports bras in the store, so it's kind of like unforgivable if I'm like not wearing a bra and I get like, hard nip.
Is that an embarrassing situation?
No. I just feel like, professionalism. Like, what if somebody came to me with a complaint?
Right.
And, I walk out there in like a thin shirt,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a cold store day.
Mm-hmm.
It's
go
just-
on.
It's just,
Go on.
You're like, yes.
Go on. I'm listening.
What color is the shirt? What's the texture?
Yeah. What color are your panties? Oh wait.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So,
oh, wait. Never mind. I don't have to ask that.
So, yeah, no, I always
Do some more. Say it very
do it slowly.
Do it very slowly.
So yeah, no, I don't ever. I don't know.
We're all thrown off now.
That was like a good reference.
Yeah.
Take off your nylons one by one.
I'm not wearing
any.
Right? Yeah. True lies for you, everybody. True lies. I didn't know that was unprofessional to have like hard nipples.
Well, I mean, like I feel like when you're at work, you should just be wearing a bra. Like, if I was wearing a dress,
right? Okay.
If I was wearing like one of our dresses we sell, would I be wearing panties with it? Yeah, because like, what happens if I have to climb a ladder or something to grab something?
I don't know, Samantha. Would you be?
Yeah,
a
dress. Yeah, no. Like, I mean, what happens if I fall? Like, what happens if I'm walking and I stumble?
Right.
It could be embarrassing.
No big deal.
I don't want everyone seeing, the goods.
Oh, is that? Yeah.
I ain't giving away the cow.
The cookie?
The milk.
Yeah, and the cookies.
Yeah, and the cookies.
Okay.
I'm just not doing that.
All
so,
right.
no bra day. Are you wearing a bra?
No, but if you look at
Congratulations.
a majority of photos of me, I got hard nips.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah,
I don't know. I think
I've actually kind of noticed that a little bit.
I don't know why. As a condition.
I always noticed it, but I didn't want to bring it up because it kind of creeps me out.
I'm Batman. George Clooney Batman.
That's nothing to be proud of.
Why?
I don't know.
Clooney.
I don't know. Speaking of Batman, do you watch Bill Maher?
No.
Ben Affleck was on last week. And
got pissed, right?
Yeah, he like flipped the fuck out. No one could get a word in edgewise. He like interrupted everyone. He just kind of rambled. He completely like null and voided his point out. Like he was I was reading an article
Affleck?
the next day. Yeah. I was reading an article the next day that he was liberal bully of the week. He really just kind of made himself look like an idiot by how amped up he got. But there was one point where he turned to listen to somebody, the rare moment that he wasn't yelling.
Right.
He turned to listen to somebody and he kind of had this like scowl on his face. And I stopped, like I paused the TV. I turned to my boyfriend. I was like, right there. And he goes, what? And I was like, that is the first time I'm convinced that Ben Affleck can pull off Batman. He goes, really watching him argue politically on Bill Maher? I'm like, yep, that was it.
Wow.
So it kind of almost
You saw
convinced
Batman.
me. I saw Batman like on the show. Like he was dark and
You saw
it was ISIS. Yeah, it was.
Do you think they'll make him use that voice? Has anyone talked about this yet?
I don't think so.
Affleck got to use the Christian Bale voice, Batman voice.
I mean,
Dark
he
Knight voice?
He should
To match it up, right?
He shouldn't sound like himself.
Right.
I mean, like obviously Bruce Wayne has to disguise his voice.
Did Michael Keaton lower it down a notch when he?
I don't
was
know. I
talking as
can't
Batman?
remember. Somebody.
What are you? I'm Batman. Yeah, I guess he did.
I mean,
Remember that
George
opening
Clooney
scene?
didn't.
No, he didn't. He was like, "Hey, everybody!"
Yeah, I mean, like that whole like interchange between him and Chris O'Donnell with the bat card and like that.
Oh, the
was
bat credit card.
Yeah, never leave home without it.
Bat credit card.
Terrible.
The bat credit card. There's a photo here posted here. Our friend Jeremy Sayers. A young Sigourney Weaver or modern day
I saw that.
Samantha Quintus. A little bit. I see a little bit.
I did actually. I
never
did
looked
see
at
it.
you and saw Lieutenant Lieutenant Ripley, but
I like Sigourney Weaver best in Galaxy Quest.
she's good in that.
Yeah.
Alien.
At least your TV article wasn't 6 paragraphs about your breasts. Now they fit into your uniform.
Yes.
I don't have that problem. Clearly, me and Sigourney Weaver are not the same from like the neck down.
No, Jesse D says no broad days marked on Ming Chen 37's calendar.
It is.
It is. I had an alert pop up. So.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Jesse.
Hyper Canadian said was busy watching A Million Ways to Die in the West. What are your thoughts? I haven't watched it yet.
You haven't watched it yet?
I haven't watched it yet. I've been wanting to watch it, and I just haven't gotten around to it.
Watch it. I haven't
Obviously.
I haven't watched it either. So
fuck you. You're making me
know.
seem like I'm so
I
strange.
know you haven't watched it. Oh my God. Well,
oh my God.
I haven't watched it
I
either.
really like. I kind of lady boner for Giovanni Ribisi.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Oh,
he's so
kinda,
skanky.
Is he still is he still as skinny as he was in Dazed and Confused?
Yeah, he's like he's
Okay.
kind of skanky looking, and I kind of like it.
I like that. You've seen Dazed and Confused, right? Where he tries to fight Nikki.
He's just a little dirty.
Nikki.
all the
What's
time.
that dude's name? Nikki Cat. or that he tries to get into a fight.
Yeah, he's just like really dirty.
And he's like crying at the end.
I really liked him in Gone in 60 Seconds, where he's like the scumbag brother. Like I really.
Oh yeah, he was good in that.
I really appreciate
Saving Private Ryan.
Yep, I really appreciate. Well, he was like a little more put together in that.
Okay.
I mean, I really like him when he's kind of scuzzy. Actually,
right.
I don't know why.
Like Gone in 60 Seconds is your perfect Giovanni Ribisi.
Yeah. Although like the dancing move in Ted that he's doing, that was good too.
All right, on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm kind of like really looking forward to seeing him.
All right, there's your Giovanni Ribisi update of the week. Yes.
That was terrible. Let's never do that again.
No, it's not. It wasn't that terrible.
Let's never do that again. So what do we have in store for them today?
For our listeners,
yeah,
we have. Oh, I got stories to tell, Samantha. I got stories to tell. If you want good stories, stay tuned. I'm going to tell you good stories.
Awesome! I can't wait for these.
Yeah, I'm going to go. Let's go in reverse order.
From
from right now. From this right this second.
Okay.
Right this second. Remember the girl I was telling you about who had the extra shot and offered it to me in San Antonio?
How could we all forget her?
And how you were telling me that, that's no pickup line. It was a pickup line.
Yeah, you were telling me like, no, she just had an extra shot.
She had 2 extra shots.
Yeah.
I took one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was in the store today.
Was she?
Yeah, she was.
Why was she in the store?
She was at New York Comic Con. She was cosplaying up at New York Comic Con, had a booth.
So let me get this straight.
But she lives in Maryland, so she was swinging through.
Yeah, let me get this straight.
Okay.
So Miss
Mia, her name's Mia.
Mia.
She goes by the name Anna Mia.
Anna Mia.
She has a lot of followers.
Oh, Mia.
Big following.
Oh, Maya.
Yeah.
So she buys you. She has this. Oops, have an extra shot.
Yeah, it's like, here, would you want it?
Yeah,
like I was ordering a drink. She was next to me. Like it wasn't. It was unintentional.
Yeah.
I could have been any dude sauntering up next.
I'm
to the
sure she would have not minded any dude. So now she's in
Why
New
are you
Jersey.
looking at me like that?
So now she's in New Jersey. And
on her way back home to Maryland.
She comes to visit you. Like, this is so cute.
She's a fan of
When
comics.
are you going to bring her home to meet the parents? And by the parents, I mean your wife.
I think.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah, I didn't think you would be.
I think my parents would like her, though. She's half Chinese. So I think my parents would actually like her a lot.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So,
but I'm not bringing her home to me.
I'm going to punch you in the face.
Why?
This one is totally like, I take Twitter's Twitter's side on this one.
Okay.
I take Twitter's side.
All right. Number 1.
Pray for Debbie.
Number 1, she's going back to Maryland, heading south.
Debbie for sainthood.
Story is on the way. She's a fan of comic books.
I saw a good one today. # don't fuck Ming.
Okay, that's a good one.
That's a great one.
So she stopped by, wanted to see the store. We're homies, so hung out for a little bit.
You're practically dating.
Not dating. 2, there was a dude with her. She had a dude with her.
Were you jealous?
No. I'm not jealous. I don't look at her like that. She's a friend.
Okay.
There's a dude. I am kicking myself, though. Apparently, last night after the New York Comic Con, they drove down and stayed at a nearby hotel. And I could have invited her to the party we threw last night.
Oh, I was wondering where she was at a hotel where that was going for a second. I was like, oh,
you could have met her.
I could have.
Do I have to bring her home for your approval, Samantha?
You do.
She's cool. I think you would like her a lot.
I'm sure I would love her.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like the kind of thing I would do. Have 2 extra shots in front of me and be like,
yeah, exactly.
Oh, sexy man. I mean, I would never waste a shot on you. If I didn't know you already.
Thanks.
If I had 2 extra shots.
You wouldn't even waste it when you do know me.
Well, yeah, I would. I'm just saying, if I was at the bar and I had 2 extra shots and you walked up, I'd be like, ooh, these are actually mine.
Yeah.
But if, I'm trying to think of, if Christian Bale walked up.
If it was Giovanni Ribisi.
Yeah, if it was Giovanni Ribisi walked up, I'd be like,
fair enough.
Hi, I have these 2 extra shots.
Yeah, would you like one?
Shots off my body?
Yeah. Has that ever happened? I've never done that. It looks like fun.
No.
Never done it.
No,
looks like fun.
I've never done it.
Okay. Maybe I could go home and ask if I could do that.
To your wife?
Yeah.
Or to your mistress?
I don't have a mistress. Why are you getting me in trouble? Yo, wait, you're my mistress, remember?
Yes, I am your. So that's why I'm mad, because now you're mistressing on me.
Are you a little jealous?
No.
Are you jealous of that? Is that why you're jealous?
I'm not jealous. You've already replaced me on my own show.
Are you jealous of
I'm not jealous.
Are you jealous of Mia? She's on Twitter at Anamia Official, by the way, and on Instagram.
Don't send her nasty messages. It's not her fault that Ming is attracted to women.
Like any normal red-blooded American male. That's not that. There's none of that though. She's cool. I think she's cool.
Okay.
I think she's super. She lives in the.
So she came to the store.
Yeah, with a dude.
With you keep saying that, like, you know, maybe,
I'm just saying
maybe
it wasn't
makes
like
a difference.
It does make a difference. It does. Anyways, so that happened this afternoon. I was hanging out. I was also hanging. My friend BG came over too this morning. I think it's Columbus Day today, so I guess everybody's got the day off and they just want to come hang out with me.
There you go. I didn't come hang out with you. I worked all day.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I know. You got to earn
work to support my
family. You got
family.
the skills to pay the bills. So.
Yeah, I got the skills.
Yes.
So.
Yes. So we rewind even farther back. This is like a Pulp Fiction movie.
Yeah.
Or like Memento.
I was gonna say like Memento, but like it's weird. I'm not like writing and tattooing things all over me.
Yeah, or an episode of Lost.
Yeah.
Did they have one where they went backwards?
They had one where they went every way.
Yeah.
They flashed back, they flashed forward, they flashed left, they flashed right.
Yeah, Seinfeld. Seinfeld's one that did that too.
Yeah.
They went backwards.
I hate Seinfeld.
Did you get any sleep last night? We had kind of a late night.
I did.
Me and you.
I went
and a bunch of other people.
I was to say that sounds great.
Mildly inappropriate.
Me and you had like such a late night last night.
We did. Mildly inappropriate. We threw a big bash last night.
Filthy, dirty soul.
Yes. That's the name of a beer. It is. That's the name of Duclaw Brewing Company's latest release.
That they brought us.
Dirty, Filthy Soul, which
was delicious. You didn't
amazing.
Try it.
I didn't try it, but
it was a chocolate rye stout.
Yes.
Chocolate stout with like
God
rye.
God bless you, Duclaw Brewing Company.
Yeah, seriously.
God bless you, all of you.
Yeah, all of you.
All of you. Dave, the founder.
Dave.
Our buddy Will.
Morgasm.
And especially you, Morgasm. Bless you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, so we threw a little party last night. Season 4 of Comic Book Men.
What was the occasion?
The occasion was Season 4 Comic Book Men.
It premiered
last night after The Walking Dead.
Yes.
So traditionally, every year for the first episode, we throw a party ever since the first season.
Yes.
And the first season before it came out, I was like, we should do something. We should throw a party. We should celebrate the occasion.
Yeah, it's like a big deal.
Yeah, so I started planning this thing. I was looking around. I was like, where can we get something where it's fairly big, has broadcasting capabilities, sound, where we could drink and eat and just have a good time. And I started looking outside, at like venues. And,
meanwhile, all you had to do was spit and you would hit it.
Yes. And meanwhile, I was doing this and I went next door to our beloved Surf Taco and I was in line trying to, scouring my brain for a place. And I look up and I see, I was like, wait a minute, we have everything we need right here. They have a big projection TV set up. They usually broadcast sports on it.
Ding, ding, ding,
they have 2 other TVs off to the side.
Yes.
They have food. They have drinks.
They have the capability to take the salsa out of their salsa bar, fill it with ice, and put in beer.
Yes. Yes. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. And so I asked, like, hey, man, can we throw a party here? Would you mind if we throw a party here? Like, yeah, no problem. When? Where? We'll get some of the kids who work there to stay back a little bit.
Yeah.
And we'll have a good time. And it was a blast.
And 4 years later.
4 years later.
Still going strong.
Still going strong.
Last year was my first one coming to.
Yeah. Had I known you before that, of course you would have been.
Well, obviously. Yes. And so it was fun. And this year was just as much fun.
Yes.
We partied last night for the season 4 premiere. We partied with a lot of cool people, including all the guys from Pizza Beer Revolution.
And the lady. And one lady.
And one lady. Well, not all the guys. 2 of the guys and one lady.
Yes.
It's like a weird,
they're represented.
I was gonna say it's like weird, like 3 weddings and a funeral, and
yes.
So if you haven't checked out Pizza Beer Revolution, they're like our next door neighbor podcasters. So check them out.
Yeah, friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The kind of friends that like when you live next door to them, you might walk around without your top on, so that you get a free show over there for them.
You would really?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, but they did come out. All my beloved friends came out, which is cool because for shows on at midnight on a Sunday, they like to come out to a party that late.
I completely forgot too. It was funny too because
forgot about the party.
No. I
forgot. Were you Brian Johnson?
I forgot. It was on so late.
Oh.
So my boyfriend, obviously, we were going together, and he's like, "Oh, well, what time do you want to leave for this thing tonight?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, well, why don't we leave after The Walking Dead? We'll leave, because I obviously projectors playing it. I didn't want to get spoilers.
Yeah,
I wanted to watch the show.
We tried watching Walking Dead before the show came out, and it didn't work. It was too loud in there.
Yeah.
Not everyone was
interested in it. It's like a weird,
Yeah.
So we wanted to watch it, and he goes, well, wait. He goes, then aren't we going to miss Comic Book Men? And I'm like, no. And I was like, wait. oh no, because they air Walking Dead, then Talking Dead, then Walking Dead, then
Right,
Comic Book Men.
right.
And he's like, oh man, I totally forgot it was on at midnight. And I was like, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But we got there.
Everyone usually is like, why don't they put it on earlier? Why don't they put it on earlier?
Yeah.
Why? Because the second showing of Walking Dead gets like freaking 8 million viewers.
Yeah, and because no one's going to take away the Talking Dead because,
No, they're both juggernauts.
Yeah.
But huge juggernauts.
Exactly.
But God bless them. Without them, there's probably there's no us.
So
God bless you, Robert Kirkman.
yes.
Like any time you need me to like, never mind. Anytime I would do anything.
Yeah, I don't know where you're going with that.
I would do
one.
anything for Robert Kirkman. We'll put it that way.
So yeah, it was awesome, and we got to watch the show,
Yes.
and it was funny. It was really good.
Yeah. No, it was good.
It was like honestly probably the best one I've seen.
Really?
Yeah.
No, you haven't seen many. You've seen like what, 3?
Well, I saw all of last season.
Did you? Okay. I know you
Yes.
made a habit to purposely avoid the show.
Yeah. But no, it actually like it was just really funny. And I think it was probably more funny than most of the ones I'd seen last year because I've gotten to know all of you so well
Right.
that I see the little quirks coming through. And how amazing Walt's acting abilities are.
Yes. Yeah, you've seen him in real life.
Yeah, I want
It's
to know.
crazy,
I want to
isn't it?
know the Walt that's on that.
Oh, you want
show.
we call it fake Walt.
I want like.
Do you want
he's-
fake Walt?
He's just so different.
You're
And
in
I'm
love
like,
with fake Walt.
I'm like, I am. I'm like, man, like Walt's acting abilities are like
great.
seriously underrated. Like he deserves like some kind of award.
We've mentioned this. He deserves an Emmy. Which
Yeah,
is what
like
the
holy
appropriate
shit,
award
he
is.
is the friendliest person on that show. Even when he's not dealing with people,
Yeah.
even when he's just like at the round table. I mean, his knowledge alone is something to be. I mean, like I appreciate it in my own because that when I was a librarian, that was the way I was about children's books. You know, you could like mention. Yeah, I was like a savant for.
Oh, it's like, holy, like, look, you want to hear about the Boxcar
like,
Children?
yeah,
I'll tell you about
somebody
the
would, like,
Boxcar Children.
Somebody would mention like, oh, I'm looking for like this book. It's like got like a green cover with like a leaf on it, and I'd be like, oh well,
Green eggs and ham.
yeah, like it would just. So like his knowledge. You were talking about a particular comic
Yes.
last night,
Yeah.
and his knowledge of it was just like astounding. And I'm like, if Walt wasn't such a miserable person in
Yes.
real life, I'd love to sit down and pick his fucking brain. But like, God, like you look at him, he's just the grumpiest motherfucker in the
much.
world.
Yeah, I'm starting to see little changes in him though. I came in today.
Really?
Yeah, I came in today and my jaw dropped because something that I never thought I would see.
A smile.
No, it happened. I came in. He was holding a smartphone in his hands.
Oh.
Dude bought an iPhone for
Wow.
himself. Got an iPhone.
Wow.
Now this, you were like, all right, everyone has an iPhone. No, you don't understand.
Like Walt probably had one of
This
those
is-
like really old flip phones.
Yeah, he had one of those slider phones.
Yeah.
But you don't understand. This is a guy who did not have a cell phone until maybe 2 years ago. Like a cell phone,
Yeah.
any cell phone.
Yeah.
And the only reason he had it because his wife got a new one,
Yeah.
or he kept taking his wife's, and then they realized.
Yeah,
that they
I mean,
needed
it makes sense. Like, my father does the same thing. He has a cell phone, but he only turns it on when he wants to make a call.
Yeah.
He'll leave a message, and in the message, he'll say, and call, like, your mother back because I'm turning my phone
In
off.
fact, he went on a whole podcast long rant about gizmos and gadgets and how people shouldn't have them. College students in particular.
I
but
completely agree with Walt, actually.
his advice to college students: no gizmos or gadgets.
I honestly think cell
And
phones.
now he's got a gizmo and a gizmo gadget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Crazy, man. I never. I went till maybe a year and a half ago. He didn't text, and when he started texting, he would go outside and do it so no one would see him. 'Cause he didn't want us to. I guess he didn't want us. I guess he didn't want us to give him any shit because he would always give us shit for
Yeah.
texting. He's like, why would you text? Such a waste of time. Just call the person.
You know what's
Texting makes no
funny?
sense.
I was just saying, you know what's funny? Like, I mean, I see that point, but like, I'm one of those like people who like, I hate fucking talking to people. So I'll text them if I don't want to talk. Like, I'm not going to call somebody.
That's why
Yeah,
texting is.
I would imagine that Walt would be really into that because he
Yeah,
doesn't
that's-
have to like fake
I think-
emotions. He could just like text them.
I think that's why he is into it. He just didn't realize
he
it.
just didn't realize
It's
that he
just-
could be himself via
It's just
text.
fun because I love tech. I love gadgets and stuff. So it's fun watching. I have a few my Luddite friends
Yeah.
like finally seeing the light. 10 years later.
The episode last night, he was just so friendly and so happy. I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, it's funny,
like,
right? It's great,
who
right?
is this?
It's great, right? That guy makes a show, man. There's no.
He really does. He still remains my favorite comic book man. He still does.
Me too. He is the show.
Yeah, like he still remains.
Is the show.
So the show last night was really good.
That's an honest opinion.
That's an honest opinion.
Like, no bullshit.
No bullshit.
No homo.
No homo.
Okay. Okay.
I liked it.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I liked it.
So 5 stars.
Yeah.
If this was like iTunes review, 5 stars.
Yeah, I would give it like 5 stars. I thought it was funny. There were a lot of like quirky little one-liners. I think
Brian was on fire too, man.
Yeah, well, Brian usually is.
Yeah.
Especially with things that you say.
That's some good quip. Yeah.
I really I appreciated the way you guys started.
Yes.
And you were talking about something, and then Mike's comment about like what his fantasy island would be.
So like weird.
It was.
That's Mike.
So weird.
It's Mike for you.
I remember I was like listening to it. I'm like,
you'll be hearing more of that.
Yeah, it was really good though. And there was
Mike.
a special guest.
There was.
Since we're not giving any spoilers away, watch the show.
You can watch it if you're in the U.S. You can watch it online. It's online at amctv.com. The full episode.
I mean, I would actually say there were 2 special guests.
Yeah, they were.
Let's not make less of one. Because he wasn't the star.
You're right. But if you're in the U.S., maybe Canada too, you can watch it online at amctv.com.
Yeah, it was really good.
You enjoyed it.
I did, and I enjoyed
Samantha,
it.
I do it for you.
I enjoyed it too because like I remember when you were filming these things.
Yes.
I remember like you would say like so and so was on the set today.
Right.
So kind of seeing the finished product now, it's
cool, right?
I have a lot of author friends, and I've read like their rough drafts.
Yeah, and then they clean it up.
They clean it up, and then you get the hardcover book, and it's always so wonderful to see the transformation and the process that they got there through.
Yeah, you were here in the store when it was all lit up.
Yeah.
You were on the podcast set.
Yeah.
And it's hard to, like, you see all the stuff, but it's to see it cut together.
To see it as a show,
all like shiny.
Yeah, it's like brand new, and you just kind of want to look at it.
Yeah,
it was really good.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Which was odd, because I feel like The Walking Dead was also very good last night.
Oh, so good.
And I'm usually
spoiler free, of course.
No spoilers, so you don't have to turn this off. I'm such a hard critic of The Walking Dead.
You're a huge critic, but you couldn't argue.
No, you know what? It's funny because and anybody who's listened to us, from the beginning, you guys know that like I stop watching The Walking Dead, then I start again.
Yeah, we've heard your complaints. It's too slow.
Yeah, it's too slow. It's too whiny. They're fucking walking around. Carl's eating pudding. Like you never know what the hell's going on. There's
like character development, but okay.
Yeah, like it just kind of sucks in my eyes. And this is from somebody who like I've read the comics,
okay.
and the show kind of sucks.
Right.
And
do you still think that now?
No, I definitely still think that the show is too slow. But I mean, last night
wasn't slow.
Last night, no spoilers. They got to shit in that episode that usually you don't see for like 6 episodes.
And they
I just like I remember like sitting there watching it, and at one point, 5 minutes in, my mouth was dropping.
Oh yeah,
I was like already shooting up. Like, wait, what the fuck is going on?
My wife was watching.
Why
with me.
is the penguin in this?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the penguin from Gotham.
No wonder I was like, that guy looks really familiar.
Yeah.
Wow.
The penguin from Gotham made his.
That dude must be getting so much ass right now.
Right.
He's gonna be getting so much ass.
Right.
He's got Gotham fans and Walking Dead fans. That dude's like knee deep in it. Not like chin deep.
Yeah. It's yeah.
Wow, good on you, dude. Whatever your name is. I don't know his real name,
yeah. He. I looked at him. I was like, God, that guy looks like really familiar. And since I was watching the show live, I knew I could go on Twitter without getting things spoiled for me. And somebody said, and I retweeted it actually, like, oh look, there's the Gotham so and so and so, whatever his name is.
Yes.
Who plays Penguin?
Yeah.
You know. Yada 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 on Walking Dead.
Yes. My wife was watching it with me, and she's like, I think I'm gonna throw up. Because
there were some scenes.
They did some serious shit, man. So if you haven't watched it, watch it. If you don't watch the show, watch the freaking show. It's on Netflix.
Yeah,
watch your first.
I don't know if I would go that far actually.
Watch your first 6. And you'll be hooked.
I don't know that I would go that far. That they have to go back and watch it. There's a lot of shit that you don't need to see.
It's fun though. It's fun that way. It's more fun.
Watch like the first episode and like the last episode of each half season, and you'll be fine.
Okay, if you want,
you don't really need the 4 or 5 episodes in the middle. Yeah.
If you want the Cliff Notes version.
But yeah, so I mean, like right now, my bar is set very high for The Walking Dead this season because
I know where they go from here,
so
right?
much.
Now let's say like first episode awesome. Let's say the 8th episode is all the mid-season break. Like everything in between is just kind of filler. Like
that would be like pretty much every other season. I feel like.
Would you be disappointed? Like they can't all be.
I wouldn't be disappointed because that's what I'm used to.
Okay.
I would be kind of like void of emotion.
All right.
So I don't know what would really disappoint me. Actually,
I think you're gonna get some walking around and stuff.
Oh yeah, especially because they're kind of lost now.
Right.
All of last season, they tried to get to Terminus.
Right.
And I mean, this isn't really a spoiler when I say that, like, Terminus didn't kind of pan out. I'll say that. Obviously, we all saw that last season when they were locked in a freight car.
Right.
I think we all knew that Terminus was a bad place.
Yeah,
at that
now
point.
it's like,
So yeah, I mean, you kind of see the aftermath of that in the first episode. So now we're kind of lost and we're walking around the woods again, and we kind of have no general direction of where the fuck we're going.
Yeah, well,
so I'm a little worried about what the next
part of the
few
show.
episodes.
It's part of the show. It's like life. You walk around, get into adventures, meet people. Of course, these people want to kill you for the most part,
or eat you,
and stuff like that. So that's what makes the show good.
Yeah,
they're freaking juggernaut, like I mentioned before. 17.3 million viewers last night. 17.3. This is AMC we were talking about.
I was just saying, like
a premium, not premium cable, but like not. I wouldn't call it basic.
It's not basic.
It's cable. I don't know what you would call that tier.
Like I would say like
TV
cable
experts,
cable plus.
Cable plus. Yeah. If you're a TV expert, give me the correct term on Twitter. You
cable
tweet that.
plus.
Cable plus. But this is like these are like freaking network numbers. I think that I think this is like I think they're beating like the Stanley Cup Finals, maybe.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
I don't know how they do it though. That's like my problem. Like I don't know.
Now.
I don't know how they could piss everybody off for like a season of like just wander around. Yeah, and like still keep people
because it's good, man.
I mean, like, and here I am. Like I'm like more pissed than most people, and I'm still watching it, and I don't know why I'm still watching it.
Yeah.
Like for a while, I was like, well, let's put on like the podcast, and I'm like, no, like I was actually.
Why you're still watching it? Because you want to see what happens next.
You know what? God, I just want to see fucking Carl die. Oh, I hate that kid.
I don't think that's happening anytime soon.
I know it's not. I've read the books. But like, seriously, does anybody like him?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you judging by his line at cons, oh yeah.
God, that's disappointing at best.
I think the last con I was at, it was the if I were to judge by audience numbers,
were they all 13-year-olds?
For Carl, yes. For Chandler Riggs, yes.
So for Carl and you're sharing an audience.
God, you can't lump me in with that because like that would be an injustice to him.
That would be an injustice to him.
Yeah, but the last kind of that, it was the biggest crowd.
House.
Scott Wilson, guy who played Herschel. Yeah. I think he became even more popular
once he was off the show.
Yes,
he actually was just the guest on.
I wish
on Sci-Fi's Face Off.
Yes,
they had.
He's a cool guy. I mean, you like judging by the show. Yeah, cool guy, right?
They had. I
love that guy.
They had him for the challenge was that they all had to make Greek gods who had killed Medusa, or hadn't killed Medusa, had killed something and chopped off its head.
Right.
And so they had him on the show because he was a recently beheaded actor.
Ah, okay. So he's somewhat of an expert.
Yeah, somewhat of an expert of having his head cut off and what it should look like. And he was like real fun. And it was funny the entire episode. All I could think of was like, wow, Ming knows him.
Yeah.
Like, Ming hangs with this guy.
Yeah. Like, he had an extra shot one night.
And, now he visits me.
He's a Scotch drinker. Classy.
I could see that about him.
But at the last camera, it was him and then Chandler Riggs, big line. Emily Kinney, who plays Beth, big line. It was probably those three in that order if I were at the last camera I was at. But yeah, he's real popular. I'm hearing that he's got some crazy fans too, like some real crazy like female fans, like beyond. What would you call it? Over even what's a word for even like overzealous, but even more so crazy?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Psychotic.
Yeah, psychotic. Yeah, I've heard he's got some psychotic fans.
Are you jealous? Do you want psychotic 13-year-olds?
I do not want psychotic fans. No, thank you very much.
Just porn stars.
Oh, porn stars are fine.
Oh, okay.
Porn star crazy is different.
That is.
So there's porn star crazy, stripper crazy, but psychotic crazy is the worst.
So what are you looking forward to this season on The Walking Dead? Like, what do you want to say?
What do I want to see?
Yeah.
I haven't even really thought of that. I'd take it episode by episode, man. I don't like. I've read the comics, so I kind of know what's coming.
I mean,
up
there's
next.
definitely something that everyone who's read the comics is deeply worried about when it's coming.
You know what I'm looking for? If you keep reading, if you're in the later issues, there's some badass ass kicker characters coming up, which I like the ass kicker character. Like when Michonne, when they revealed Michonne at the end of season 2, I believe, like I yelled out, I screamed out loud. Like I'm not that guy.
What did you think of the reveal character at the end of last night's episode?
I mean, it was cool, but it was
good.
Like,
it was good to see that character again.
Yes, but it wasn't like mind blowing. Not like
Michonne. It was mind blowing for my boyfriend. We're watching the show, and he's only caught on this past season. Okay. Since we started dating, and so they reveal this character who kind of had like a real badass mask on.
Yes.
So like it kind of made him seem a little more badass than maybe he
did.
is.
Look like Snake Eyes.
And like I went like, oh man, and my boyfriend goes, oh my god, who is that? I'm like, you're adorable.
Yeah. Wait, but he had no idea though.
He had no idea, so I kind of had to explain who it was, but I kind of,
little blast from the past, I guess you could say.
Watch
the episode if you haven't seen it. Don't delay. Watch it tonight.
It's not the governor, thank God.
What you think it was? That would
no. Yeah. I just wanted to tell people it wasn't the governor.
Governor, I don't think the governor's coming back.
Thank God.
Yeah,
but he's a little too pasty and British.
But I think there's some more. Every so often, you'll get like a Michonne or a Daryl. They'll introduce like an ass kicker character as well, and there's some.
There is.
They follow the comics. There are a couple coming up.
Yeah, there's a few good bad guys coming up.
There is that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A few deeply traumatizing.
There's gonna be some character development coming up.
Few deeply traumatizing scenes, but
so I'm saying there's gonna be some character that you can't have them all. Like stuff can't blow up and shit in every episode. You know what I'm saying?
No, but I would like episodes where they're not just walking around bitching the entire time. Like we all get it. It's the end of the world, but.
But I'm like everybody else. Every episode, I'm like, oh shit, who's
gonna die?
Who's gonna die?
Well, yeah. Yesterday, actually,
who's gonna die? Yesterday, like you didn't know anyone.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh my god, somebody's gonna die.
I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah. The most shocking conclusion that I think most people came to last night
was
that Carol.
Yes.
Looked real hot.
You thought she looked hot? She did look good.
Yeah, she looked good. And so far, everyone I've talked to about it said like, man, didn't Carol look good? And I'm like, yeah, she actually looks like Silver Fox hot.
Yeah, I haven't met her yet. I'm gonna tell her that. I'll tell her you said that this weekend.
Yeah.
When I'm in Atlanta.
Silver Fox hot.
She's gonna be there.
Right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell her that.
Yeah, I had like a little lady boner for her.
Did you? All right, I'm gonna tell her that too.
Kind of like, ooh, yeah.
From what I hear, she's really cool. I think from what I hear,
she looks it.
From what I hear, she would appreciate you saying that.
Nice.
Yeah. You want to go to Atlanta?
No.
Okay.
I'm working.
Okay.
I told you I'm off on Saturday. If you can get me some Ming miles down there, I'll go. But
Ming mile for one day. You gotta come all weekend, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's listening from Atlanta. I've never been there, but I have a couple things on my agenda. One is
porn stars.
Close.
2 is 13-year-olds.
Not close. There's a joint down there called the Claremont Lounge. If anybody's familiar with this, I first heard about this place. Anthony Bourdain went there.
Okay.
And he dragged Alton Brown with him.
Oh, I love Alton Brown.
Yeah. And so I can only describe this establishment. It's a bar, and it's a strip club of sorts. The most well-known stripper there, I think her name is Blondie. She's this big black woman who can crush beer cans between her boobs. And also in their roster, they have like a 6-year-old stripper. And these are not your normal, like svelte, dolled up, like plasticky.
Yeah, they're like
exotic dancers.
Strippers in real life.
These are real women there for your entertainment.
Okay.
And I don't think they have anything on draft. It's all like PBR cans. And it's gonna be a rockin' good time. because those two look like they were having a blast. So if anyone wants to, if you're in Atlanta, you want to hang out, I will be at the Claremont Lounge this weekend.
Like the entire time.
And I cannot wait.
The entire time.
I cannot wait. There's also, I think it's a 24-hour drive-in restaurant. They're called the Varsity. It's real well known down there. What else do I want to do? There's like a Coke tour. Like
Cocaine?
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah, it's Coca-Cola. There's a bar down there where at 10 o'clock every night they have this special hamburger, but they only make 24 of them. So if you want this burger, you got to come early and reserve one, and you can't leave the bar. So the strategy is to get there like 7 or 8. Just drink for 2 hours. Reserve the burger, drink for 2 hours.
Okay.
Get the burger.
That's a new one.
Would you do it? I don't know if you like burgers that much. I do, though, and I'm going to do it.
Obviously, you're going to do it.
I'm doing it.
I would do that. Again, I challenge anybody who's listening to Atlanta to follow the Ming Chen scavenger hunt.
Okay, well, there's those 3. I'll be looking for the best coffee. And
so the best coffee, wherever women are wearing the tightest yoga pants.
Yes.
You'll be there.
Why do they have to be the tightest? Aren't they all tight?
They are all tight. Ming Chen, as much as he loves black yoga pants, he likes the colored stripy ones the best. So
I do.
So if it's like a place where people are only wearing like black yoga pants, probably not Ming's place.
That would be like a B.
That'd be like a B. He's gonna look for the place where they have the wild tights.
I do like that. Or if it's a bar next to like a Lululemon where like the Lululemon employees like go to.
Speaking
afterwards.
of which, I'm going to yoga tomorrow. If you want to join me.
I do. When? What time? When and where?
Where do you think?
Oh, okay. What time?
8 o'clock.
In the morning.
Yeah.
All right, you're on.
I'm going to Krishna's class.
You're on. Do I have to do anything tomorrow morning? I'll probably be there.
Yeah, I'll be there. Definitely.
Don't
cock block me.
How am I going to cock block you?
I don't know. I just don't cock block me.
I'm not. Okay, how am I going to cock block you? How am I going to cock block you?
Just saying, don't cock block.
I'm not a cock blocker.
Just saying.
Okay, well, you know what? Vice versa then. Don't cock block me.
Is there going to be a girl at the yoga place with extra shots? Like, I just happened to...
wheatgrass shots, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Wheatgrass shots.
I just happened to, Mother Nature smiled down upon me and bestowed upon me these great wheatgrass shots.
Yes. Bridget, is that an extra wheatgrass shot?
Would you like to share one?
Bridget, is that extra wheatgrass shot? Are you going to drink that?
Yeah.
Anyways. Okay, yeah, you're on. Yeah. You're on. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
You're
going to need it after your weekend.
Yeah.
Stretching.
My weekend is pretty crazy. Before we get to that, thank you very much, Surf Taco, for continually throwing this party for us. If you listen to a past episode of Tell 'em Steve Dave, Walt claims that like, why would they do that? They claimed some of those. By the way, Brian Johnson did not show up. He said he was coming.
I mean, obviously, Walt doesn't ever show up.
Walt came 1 year, but Walt came 2 years, if I remember. Yeah, Walt came 2 years. Walt came the first year because we did a live podcast right after.
Okay.
We were all patting each other on the back. That episode is online as Secret Stash companion podcast number 1. We're all happy. You should listen to that. It's pretty good.
Aww.
Quinn, well, we provided Brian Quinn. He's drunk. He's smashed.
Nice.
So he came to that. Second year, I don't know why he came. We invited him. Maybe he came just he wanted to come.
I was to say, ever since I've been coming, I haven't seen Walt there. Although last year Brian was there.
Yes, he was.
Yes.
Yes. Second year, Walt.
But that was before our hatred for each other began.
Right.
So I didn't really care about him. I just thought, who's that like grizzly looking guy in the corner?
Yeah, I think Walt came last year because he thought we were doing a podcast after, and we didn't. But so he came and he stuck around. That was year 2, and I remember I invited our friend AJ to the party, and after she was dancing with the devils at the time.
Yes.
And afterwards, Walt came up to me the next day. He's like, "Why'd you get a devil's dancer to come to the party?" I'm like,
"Should just say it was for you."
I asked.
It was all for you, Walt.
For Walt?
Yeah.
Who AJ's been on this podcast. You can listen about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, you replaced me with her.
Yeah, sorry. You understand, right?
No.
You understand?
No.
Okay, sorry. Well, I apologize then.
It's okay.
Yeah. So Brian didn't come, but to everybody who did come, thank you. Thank you, Surf Taco, for always hosting us,
and Dewclaw for dropping off a shit ton of beer.
Oh my God, they sent up. I think they sent up 2 cases.
Yeah,
may have been more than that. It seemed like more. And
it had to be more.
Yeah, they sent up Sweet Baby Jesus, which is their chocolate peanut butter porter, amazing. And they sent up what's the other one? The new one that we
Uh,
just talked about.
Guilty Filthy Soul.
Guilty Filthy Soul, which is new.
Yes, it's
and
a
amazing.
chocolate rye stout.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. I actually drank it last night. It was fantastic.
I'm gonna drink one tonight.
Nice.
So thank you, Morgasm, for setting that up.
Thank you, Will, for bringing it.
Thank you, Will, for coming up as well.
Yes.
Thank you, Surf Taco. Oh, and real quick, Comic Book Man, the hashtag Comic Book Man trending last night. in the US.
Nice.
Trending.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. That's. I guess that's sort of some kind of like Twitter honor, right?
Yeah.
You can't,
It's like a step up from the blue check mark. Now you're trending.
Trending. Yes.
So let's get to your weekend before that. Let's rewind a little bit more.
Okay, so before that, I spent an extremely quick whirlwind 24 hours in Chicago, Illinois.
And why did you go to Chicago?
I went to Chicago to run the Chicago Marathon, Samantha.
Just like running a marathon and hopping on the first plane that you could get home to come party.
To come party. It's a little crazy, right?
It's a little crazy.
It's a little crazy,
Yes.
but not out of my realm. It's not out of my... It's something.
After we talk about your 24 hours in Chicago,
Yes.
I do have a question to ask you.
Okay.
So let's talk about your 24 hours.
So I ran the Chicago Marathon to raise money and awareness for the Wayne Foundation, which is Kevin's charity that aims to eliminate domestic human trafficking.
Yes.
So I had planned to leave earlier, perhaps maybe Friday. The race was on Sunday, yesterday. I'd planned to leave maybe 2 days before, like get there, kind of chill out, get the lay of the land.
But you were at
I was at New York Comic Con on Friday.
On Friday, exactly.
Prior commitment. Couldn't get out that night. Didn't want to get out that night, so I left the next morning.
Yeah, there were porn stars around.
We'll get to that. So Saturday morning, I hopped on a plane in the morning, got to Chicago, flew to Chicago, got there at about 12:30, and I usually when I go somewhere, I have some kind of plan or I have a friend there.
Yeah.
Or something. I had nothing. I had no agenda, no plan, nothing. I had a credit card, some cash, and I brought one backpack with me with my race clothes. I wore what I was going to run in.
Yeah.
On the plane, I wanted to pack as light as possible because I knew how to get out of there right away. So I was literally like the European backpacking kid, but usually I have some kind of plan. So I didn't know. I got off that plane. I didn't know which way was up, but I kind of figured it. I didn't know where the airport was in relationship to where I was supposed to be. Thank God for iPhones. I don't know how people did it. I guess they bought paper maps and shit. But I mean, iPhone, you can look up schedules
and shit
and stuff like that. So what I figured was, okay, I could grab an Uber ride, but I did a fare quote and it was like $100 to where I was going. I'm like, okay,
it's a bit steep.
No. So I looked around and they have a very good public transportation system.
Yeah.
And I figured for $5 I could hop on a train and get to where I was going. Now you ask, where am I going? Oh, here's the thing. The Chicago Marathon, 45,000 runners, 1.7 million spectators, meaning if you want a hotel room,
you're fucked.
You kind of have to book like a year in advance.
Yeah.
I started looking at places about a week before.
Yeah.
And hotels, no hotels.
So you slept on the street?
No. I wanted an actual bed and, maybe shelter, heat, maybe a bathroom. Was that too much to ask? For a guy who books a week before.
It's true,
Yes. So what I did, I used a thing called Airbnb. Are you familiar with this, Samantha?
I'm not.
Airbnb is, let me try to...
slept in the air.
No, let me try to describe this to you. Let's say you have an apartment and you have an extra room in that apartment. You don't really do anything with it. And to make some extra money, you rent that room out. And that's basically... how it works. Airbnb is a room sharing service.
So let me play you a scenario.
Okay.
You lay down in bed.
Okay.
You close your eyes.
Okay.
You're starting to drift off into sleep.
Okay.
And you feel something sharp and pointy puncturing your stomach and your chest 30 times.
Okay.
Does that sound pleasant to you?
No.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Because Airbnb sounds like serial killers.
I understand
open victims.
I understand your fear. Now, number one, there's a verification system before you when you put up a place for listing. Now, mind you, some people put up whole apartments. Like you get there, you get the keys from a third party, you stay in the apartment, you check out. You don't even see the person renting it to you. You don't see anybody. That's one way to do it. Other people rent out their rooms. Like you're actually in their place, staying in their place. They're hanging out, they're watching TV, whatever. And, but you have a room for the night. No big deal. Some people do it like that.
Some people also chop you up into little pieces, keep you in garbage bags.
It can get as bare bones as, hey,
feed you to pigs.
I have an extra couch. You can stand in it for X amount. Now, the couch, you're looking at maybe $40 a night. The room I got in, which was in some other dude's apartment, $80.
Was he cool?
Yes. So here's the thing. I got the thing, and what they do is, if the guy's around and the room is available, I did get a room in some dude's apartment. So if they're around and they can accommodate you, they accept the request, and you start communicating via text. So I text him. I'm like, hey, looking forward to coming. I told him why I was coming.
Okay, I have like another question. Does he know who you are?
No.
So he like
had no idea.
Did you tell him?
No. Why would I tell him?
I don't know.
So, when you request plays, there's a box, and I told him, hey, I'm coming out to run the marathon. I'll only be there like literally 24 hours. You probably wouldn't even see me. And if you need any other information, contact me. And he's like, all right. He just wanted to know what time I would get there, so he'd be around to give me the keys to the place. They post pictures of the room so you can see it. And then other people have stayed there, review the place. So yeah, there's somewhat of a safety net. It is. I'm not gonna lie. This is something for the more adventurous. Obviously,
fair enough.
This is not. If you're uptight,
is there like an app for this?
Yes.
Okay.
There's an Airbnb app.
Airbnb.
Yeah. Airbnb.
It's an app. Everything's an app these days.
Yeah, it's a new thing. Have you used Uber or any like these like cab services? Kind of like that, but for a room, for somewhere, for a place to stay.
Okay.
So I had no choice. I had no other options. Now, when I was looking around, of course, I wanted somewhere near the race site. I found one maybe, I want to say 3 miles south, so not terribly far. And, of course, the only ones were left were like you could see the picture of the places, these awesome like lofts and condos around there.
Yeah.
But you were talking like $300 to $500 for those places.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm barely going to be in this place.
Yeah.
I'll take the $80 joint.
Yeah.
The guy had some good reviews on there. I figured, why not? So the dude's name, his name is Lawrence.
Lawrence. So now, I wonder if like Lawrence, was like watching TV at like midnight, maybe scanning through the channels, and like, oh my God, there was my guy that was in my apartment
he
last
might
night.
Later on, if you want, perhaps he'll text me.
I like hope he does. And he's like,
really?
hey, were you on TV?
Weird about, are you on TV? Yeah, but I didn't get that. So, me and Lawrence set everything up. I tell him when I'm arriving. He tells me everything's good, and he's looking forward to meeting me. And I likewise, I say
and
the
by
same.
meeting you, cutting you up into little pieces and eating you.
No. So, I figure out how to get to his place by train, and I'm taking the train. So it's on, anyone familiar with Chicago, it's on the south side of Chicago. I didn't really know this, but it's south side, maybe a little more urban than
I've never been to Chicago, and I know that.
Okay, a little more urban than in some places. So taking the train, and we're going. Don't we have
a lot of listeners in Chicago?
We should, yeah.
I was just say, don't we have Andrew Sampson?
Yes, is he in Chicago?
Why didn't you like hit up one of our friends and be like, "Hey"?
I don't. That's putting someone out. This isn't a.
You're like a celebrity, though. They would love that.
Yeah,
I mean, like shit. I would hate
it. This is putting someone else. Like this one, they're prepared for you.
Okay, fair enough.
They had toiletries for me. They had a
Andrew's
towel.
probably like, "Fuck, man, I don't want Ming here."
Yeah, exactly.
Christ, skipping home 13-year-olds in the middle of the night.
Exactly.
Lord only knows what porn star he's gonna.
Oh,
bring
and by the way, I read on there like some, they'll list their house rules on there. The only rule that Lawrence had was don't take off your shoes at the door. That's it.
So you could have had like a porn star back, and Lawrence wouldn't have cared.
I think so. Yeah, it didn't say no porn. There was I didn't see a no porn star policy.
Do you usually come in contact with those
porn stars
policies?
Oh, policies
about porn stars.
No.
Okay.
No. Even no, I don't. So we set up a thing. So I'm on the train. We're heading south. And I see the neighborhood kind of, like I said, it's getting urban. It's getting a little more urban as I keep going south.
Oh man, that place is available. I'm sorry, I'm apartment hunting while you're talking.
Oh, you know what? You should just Airbnb a place. You can pay like weekly, monthly rates, and they're not, depending on the place. So we're going, and it's getting a little more urban. And real quick on the break, my wife and kids are listening right now.
Oh, hi, Debbie.
My kid wants me to say goodnight to him on the air. So Harrison, good night.
Good night. He probably misses you and doesn't remember what you look like.
He saw me this morning.
Oh, a picture on the wall?
No, I was there.
Oh,
I was there. Harrison, good night. I love you.
Aw, do you have cute music to play? Like a little lullaby music?
No, I have like the Hulk music. Does that count?
Yeah, put that on. That's gonna make Harrison go to sleep.
I don't know if I have the Hulk music. He doesn't need he doesn't need music to go to sleep. I give him a tentacle kitty though.
Octopussy?
Tentacle kitty.
Octopussy.
Tentacle kitty.
I thought you were gonna give me an octopussy.
Oh yeah, I was gonna get you one this weekend.
Yeah.
I'll get you one.
Thinking? Okay.
I'll get you one. Anyways, I'm going down the train. It's getting south, and the neighborhood progressively. I mean, I don't want to trash the neighborhood, but it to most people, like I'm pretty open. I don't really get scared easy, but to a lot of people, you would think, it was like, oh man, this neighborhood, it's getting worse and worse.
Yeah.
You start seeing graffiti. The houses look a little more run down. Maybe the streets aren't as kept as, say, a richer neighborhood.
Like Red Bank.
Yeah, like Red Bank. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm sure this place is fine. So I get off on the train and I'm walking down the street and I kind of peek into like the fast food restaurants I'm passing and they have like bulletproof glass on the, like.
Oh, Jesus.
And stuff. I'm like, oh, all right. Well, no big deal. I really don't have. Well, I'm not scared. I'm scared. A little wary, I suppose.
I mean, you're like a small Asian guy. Pretty much anybody could overtake you.
Right, but I think I walk around.
I mean, like a frail elderly woman.
I walk with an air of confidence, though.
You
correct?
do. You do.
I'm not. Yeah, and so, I'm looking around. And I get to the cross streets. He's the address that I was given for his place, and I see it's a Allstate insurance agency building, and there are bars around it. And I'm like, "Where's this? Is this it?" And I'm like, "Am I staying in an office building?" I think he was on the second floor. So I texted him. I was like, "The Allstate building?" He's like, "Yeah." And he comes down, and I meet him.
Awesome guy.
Nice guy. Yeah, his name is Lawrence. Plays on the second floor. Leads me up there. Doesn't seem like a serial killer. Doesn't look like he's gonna stab me.
Now, when you walked up to the apartment, did you follow him or did he?
I offered. I got there. I'm like, oh, I'll follow you. He's like, no, go ahead. So I went.
That would have been like the first thing that I was like,
would
no,
you have been
buddy,
wary?
Yeah, I would have been worried that like I would have felt like a slight point in my back around my spinal region,
like that quick,
and then I'd be paralyzed.
That quick. He wouldn't wait till I fell asleep or anything.
Just like,
just that quick.
Yep, that quick.
That quick.
That quick.
Well, he didn't stab me. So I get up there. His apartment.
Congratulations, Lawrence.
I go up there. Apartment's real nice, very clean. I took off my shoes, and he shows me around. He's like, "This is your room. Bathroom's down there." And we made some small talk. I found out he used to live in Texas and he misses it, and he loves his job and blah blah blah. And I told him to run the marathon. We talked about running, whatever. And I look around and I'm like, all right, well, I got some stuff to do. He gave me the keys, and I'm just kind of like, I'll see you when I see you.
And did you ever see him again?
No, I didn't. Well, so then I left. I was literally there for 5 minutes to get the keys.
I was just saying, then you probably went out and did all your stuff, got your bib, got dinner.
Yeah, so
went to sleep,
so
and
left
then we're out early.
I got my bib, explored the city of Chicago, went to Millennium Park. I don't know if you've seen pictures of Chicago. There's that big reflective bean.
Yeah.
That they call it the Cloud Gate. It's pretty cool. So funny. What are you laughing at?
I'm not laughing at anything.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you're laughing. It's not that funny.
It's funny.
It's not that funny.
It's funny.
Not that funny. I was literally out. So yeah, I got there at 2. I left at like 2:15. I was literally gone for the whole day and half the night too, because that's how I roll. I went out. I picked up my marathon stuff. One dude, they usually have a big expo where they sell you race gear and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I had one guy who was volunteering for the race recognize me, which was cool. Explored Chicago. You know that big fountain you see in the beginning, Married with Children?
Yeah.
That's in that park too. And got some stuff done. And then I happened to have a friend from out here who was also running the race. And so I went and I met her, and she had 3 other friends that came out to watch her run. And she invited me out to dinner with all of them.
Oh, nice.
So that was. I tell you, I'm telling you, I don't do this stuff on purpose. Like winding up at dinner for other chicks.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens. That's all I'm saying. But I had we were in Little Italy, Chicago. It was cool. I went to this place called Davolo something or other.
Something Italian, probably.
Yeah. Really good food. And so I would figure it was about 8:30. I was like, I should probably go out. I should probably go to sleep. Head back to my joint. Go to sleep.
And then you ran a marathon.
Well, no, they were like, no. Well, we're gonna watch the Cardinals-Giants game. Like, come with us. But they had just grabbed a cab, and so there are 4 of them. And what's the maximum that you're supposed to fit in a cab?
4.
Right. But
So you sat on somebody's lap.
no. So, but they're like,
Somebody
no,
sat on your lap.
no. So, but they're like, come on.
You laid across all their
No, I
their
didn't. They're like,
knees.
come on. Let's go watch the game. And I look over. I look at them. It's like, no. I know there are rules. You can't have more than 4. And the cabbie was like, no, man, come on, get in. He's like, come in. He's like, get in, you idiot. 4
Obviously,
chicks here
he saw the
asking
orgy
you to-
happening.
Asking you to get in. So I squeezed in the back with. I was not on anybody's lap. I just kind of squeezed in there.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I still have a question to ask you. Keep going.
okay. So we do that, and we head off to wherever they were staying, and after we went to this bar and watched the Giants Cardinals game.
Who won?
The Giants.
I know who won. Who
Giants
won?
won 3-0.
Yeah, you know why the Giants won?
Why? Because Adam Wainwright's hurt. What?
No, because I'm a Cardinals fan,
Right.
and you were watching the game.
Oh, it's my fault.
It's always your fault when
I'm
my
the
team
asshole.
wins. You're always watching my team play, and they always
the
lose.
asshole.
You are the asshole.
I'm the asshole.
You're the asshole.
All right, sorry. I'm gonna watch the rest of them now.
Me.
watch the
You
rest
know what?
of
I'm
it
bad
now.
luck too. I'm gonna start
You're gonna watch the
ruin
Orioles.
for the Orioles.
You're gonna watch the Orioles Royals.
Yeah.
I mean, go right ahead. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think you're a jinx.
Oh, I definitely am.
Are you? I don't think you are.
100%.
I
Yeah.
don't think you are. I think the reason they're losing is because you're not watching. So
No, I'm watching.
I would ask you to watch tonight, but the
I j-
game got postponed. To
I was gonna say, I'm sick of watching the Cardinals play the Giants.
Me too.
Like, I'm really fucking sick of
I think
it,
everybody
actually.
in Major League Baseball is
Like,
sick of
I'm
that.
really sick of it. Like, you know what? If that comes up,
Yeah.
like, just change it.
Right.
No one wants to watch that
No,
playoff.
can we get another National League
like
league team in this? Like the
10
freaking
years,
Rockies?
10
maybe?
years in a row is too much for
Seriously?
me. Like, I'm sick of watching them. And you know what? It's
Can we
actually
get the Cubs or something?
It's actually
on, man.
really funny because I would seriously say that my second favorite team to watch
Yes,
is the San Francisco Giants because I'm so used to watching the Cardinals play them
Right.
that like I'm just used to both teams.
Right. Yeah.
I hate watching the Giants.
Yeah. So
at this point.
yeah. So I was at a bar. So picture this bar. There's this bar. It was called Timmy O'Toole's. If anyone in the Chicago area, I think it's kind of like near the Loop or whatever.
Mhm.
They said that 70 TV screens in there. So if you're in Chicago right now, what's big in Chicago right now, sports wise?
Hockey.
Yes, Blackhawks Sabres were playing. So we're trying to watch baseball. Of course, they had the sound blasting for the Blackhawks Sabres game. So I'm watching that, watching playoff baseball. I'm watching Blackhawks Sabres. There's also college football. It was overwhelming almost. So yeah. So I mean, because the TV is like as far as I can see, like a 360 view. So I'm literally watching 3 sports at once. It was cool, and I tried to refrain from drinking. For the most part, I did. When I sat down to dinner, though, the ladies were like, "Hey, the waiter poured an extra glass of wine. Would you like it?" Or well, we know
I
you
happen to have an extra 2 shots.
every
here.
time. I
Every
swear
time,
to God,
Every time.
they're like, "We know you're running tomorrow, so you don't have to drink it." And I'm like, I drank it.
What are you holding in your hand?
Oh, so when I got to the room, I didn't see this the first time, but when I came, so I left the game bottom of the after the 5th inning. Wanted to be a little responsible.
A little rested.
So I got back to the place. The keys worked. That was my first fear. Like maybe the keys wouldn't work and I'd be locked out.
That was your first fear? You were staying in the house of a strange man, and your first fear is the keys wouldn't work.
Yes, the keys worked. I went up there. No one's there. Apartment's dark. There's no one there. I'm like, all right, that's cool. Maybe the dude went out Saturday night. Dude went out. Probably not going to be back till late. So, I went out, chilled out in my room. I hear the door open. Someone comes up. And, I just kind of peek my head out to say hi. It's another dude. It's his roommate.
Okay.
He had a roommate.
Okay.
And started talking to him. Also a cool guy. He was a flight attendant for Virgin America Airlines. Told me he's usually never at home. Told me he was out, like, celebrating someone's birthday. Came back to change, and he was, like, going back out downtown again. And I was kind of like, wow. I'm like, if I didn't have to run tomorrow, like, I'd come hang out with you. Yeah, I thought he was cool. So.
What was his name?
Brandon.
Brandon and Lawrence.
Brandon and Lawrence, yes.
Got it.
Yeah. So, we talked, went back, he left. I went to bed. Apparently the first dude I met, I started texting him. I was very communicative with him. I was like, listen, you don't know the news, but I'm coming back now, just in case. I don't know. Just in case.
Just in case you were having sex on my bed.
Sure. Yeah, just to be considerate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't need to tell him that, but I did. He was like, oh, I work nights. You probably won't even see me, so you don't have a great run. But when I got back, I found this on my dresser. There was a little note here, and it says, "Here, I'll let you can, here you can read it. I'll toss it over to you. It's cool.
It's a cute little note.
Yeah, you leave your little note. I had my name on it.
Thank you.
It, had the Wi-Fi password.
Oh, I had the Wi-Fi password. I'm not going to give that away.
Yeah, it has their cell phone numbers.
It has their cell phone numbers. I'm also not going to give that away.
Right.
Ming, thank you for choosing our house for your stay in Chicago. If we could do anything to make your stay more pleasant, please do not hesitate to let us know. Sincerely, Lawrence and Brandon.
Yeah, it's cool, right?
It's like kind of adorable. I really like this letter.
Yeah, it was cool.
Oh, it's cute.
So the next morning I got up. I had to leave for the race by 6 a.m. So I got up at 5. Brushed my teeth, got
Left
all
the
my
key.
get all my stuff ready, left the key, and I think Lawrence had come back from work at that point. He was in his room, but before I left, he came back out, and he was just like, "I didn't wake you up today." I'm like, "No, listen, like I gotta go now." And he was like, "Oh, right, I was like, "Hey man, thanks for letting me stay. I'm gonna I got some. Actually, I slept like you would think in a weird bed or something, dudes.
Oh, I always sleep really well in weird beds.
Oh, then you could.
That sounded a lot dirtier than I made it seem.
No, it didn't. I know exactly what you mean.
I like going out on one night stands.
I know exactly what you mean, Samantha Quintus.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean.
Oh man, your bed. Ooh.
Yeah, but I guess he works nights, so this was his like quiet time or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, listen, thanks. I appreciate your hospitality. You guys are great. Room was great. Blah blah blah. And before I left, he's like, "Hey man, do you want a banana and a water? I got one over here." So he gave that to me.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
it's adorable.
And then I left. So to get around, I didn't have a car or anything. I used Uber, and I used a service called Lyft, they're basically the same thing.
Yeah.
I was going up now. Lyft, what you do is you hit a button requesting the ride, and then someone driving around will answer.
Yeah. I'm familiar with those. I've just never used them.
Yeah, no, this is what I didn't know. I never really thought about, but I was talking to the guy. He was from a foreign country. I think he was like Iranian or something. Love to use the F word a lot. Every other word I was about was like fucking.
Oh man, this guy's like right
Chicago.
Right.
He was like cabbie.
I love him.
He was a cabbie. But what I didn't realize is when you request a ride, when they get it on their end, your picture pops up. I guess it grabs it from Facebook or whatever.
Okay.
Your picture pops up, and I was talking to the guy. He was like, "Yeah, I was about to go home, but then I saw your request. It was 5:30. It's like, all right, there are no bars open this late. I guess the guy just needs a ride to work or something." And then he mentioned to me though, he looked at my picture. He's like, "All right, that guy looks okay," and he picked me up. I had no idea there was they could kind of discriminate like that though. Like if you don't have a good picture.
You hear that, serial killers of the world?
Yeah.
Make your picture look a little bit better,
right,
so that you can kill that cabbie in the middle of the morning.
Right. Yes. So he decided partially based on my photo, which is a crop photo from a comic book band photo shoot, that I was pretty okay. So he came and picked me up. Thank God. So I did not get stabbed.
You didn't get stabbed. You didn't get murdered, and you ran 26 miles.
Yeah, and I even asked Lawrence. I was like, "Listen, you ever get any weirdos? Like, how long have you been doing this?" He said he'd been doing it since June, so about 5 months.
Okay.
4 or 5 months. He said they've been all good experiences. His thing was like, listen, the people coming in are as wary of you as you are,
Or of
are
them. I mean, they could like steal shit from the house.
Yeah, so it kind of cancels out. I would be worried about that.
Yeah.
I'd be worried on that end. I guess the potential for things to go wrong
is both ways.
Fairly great.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it'll cancel each other out. I was thinking though that they give you keys, a set of keys to use during your stay. I think that was my only worry. Is like, what if they went out, you made a copy.
I mean, you have to keep in mind too, like, okay, say like, especially in Lawrence's situation, say this was somebody who was trying to do harm to him, like a serial killer who's renting these rooms to kill the host. I mean, obviously there's going to be a documented.
It's pretty documented.
So yeah, I mean, like, I imagine if you were a serial killer, this wouldn't be the first place you were going to go. And obviously it'd be kind of dumb. If Lawrence was a serial killer, you don't know how many people that you were telling, like, oh, I'm going to be at this place in Chicago. Right. So,
Yeah, I, mean, I told everybody because in case I did disappear.
Exactly. So, like, obviously, like, I
think I even told you. So
yeah, I was going to say, like, obviously, like, you're weary, but there is a documented fail-safe.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. I mean, on the flip side, there are a lot of weird people out there. But if that's the case, you would read about it in the reviews because he reviewed me. He reviews me as well.
Yeah, it's like eBay when you review the buyer, but the buyer also reviews the seller.
Yeah. So his review. I wrote him a review, very nice review today. Just it was great.
Oh, that's very cute.
Yeah, and you can you review like the cleanliness, the friendliness, the neighborhood. Like everything was 5 stars. The neighborhood I had a couple stars. It was not
the best.
Not the best. Not Lawrence's fault by any means.
Yeah.
But
So how was
I don't know if I would have like gone out and walked around at like 1 in the morning. Like
So how was the actual race?
So I got to the race. Now before I get to that, so I had a bag with me, and I'm like, all right, what do I do with this thing? Like,
don't they have a bag check at most races?
If you anybody who is thinking about running or is a runner, never use the bag check.
Okay.
Have you ever used the bag check?
No.
No, don't. Even like a small race, let's say 5,000 people, that's potentially 5,000 bags.
Yeah.
If it gets lost, they don't give a shit.
Yeah, it's
they don't give a shit. Like I had my laptop in there.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
I had my wallet in there.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I had a lot of.
So what'd you do with your bag?
So I was like, fuck, what do I do? It was like, one, I could have left at Lawrence's and picked it up later.
Yeah.
But I had a very short window.
That you had to, because you had to get back at a certain time.
Finish this race. Basically, I had a 3:00 flight. Race started at approximately 8:00. So.
And travel time. You had to finish within a certain
travel time. Usually the race starts off a little bit late. So basically I had to finish within 5 hours and then hope that I could find a ride to the airport immediately after.
Yeah.
In order to make my flight. So I really had no time to go back to where I was staying, pick up my bag, and then go.
Yeah.
So I was like, shoot, what am I gonna do?
Tell me you just like left in the bushes somewhere.
No, no.
I would have totally fucking done that.
Would you really?
Yep.
Well, that's the other thing. These races are extra secure now. So they do sweeps.
Yeah.
Any unattended bags chucked.
Yeah. So
I would have been worrying about that the whole race. It would have thrown off everything. I couldn't have done it. I got smart though, Samantha. What's the one place anywhere where usually they're open 24 hours.
Hang on a second.
Okay. Yes.
Eric Richardson wants me to say the word water.
Okay.
He said, could you say the word water once for me? Your Jersey is so close to the Philly accent I heard from my pops people as a kid.
Okay, so water.
Water.
He's jerking off. He's totally jerking off right now.
Water. I've been heard I say the word. I've been heard I say
there you go, Eric.
The word orange.
S&M show. Yeah. Always here for you.
I've
always
been told,
here for you.
I've been told I say the word orange very weird.
Doesn't sound weird to me.
I think it's probably because I stress it so much. Like I really pause before I say.
Who was the Canadian
orange.
chick who was like couldn't stand your voice?
Emily Glenn.
Emily Glenn?
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
She said that I said the word hashtag.
Yeah. I haven't heard you say that in like 5 weeks, but you just did. So you just effed it up.
I didn't I say before like hashtag don't fuck Ming?
Oh, you did. Okay, never mind. You broke that. Anyways, back to the bag. What's the
Yeah.
one place that you can go, usually open 24 hours, and there are lockers everywhere? A gym.
A gym.
So that's what I did. I found a nearby gym. I bought a day pass and a lock. And
Oh man, you are fucking wise.
freaking smart, right?
Holy shit! I'm
Like
looking
a
at you in a
freaking-
totally different light right
Albert
now.
Einstein, right?
Like you might be a genius.
Yeah, not-
actually,
not only that-
Where did you learn to do that?
I don't know where I pulled this. I pulled it out of my ass.
Okay,
Pulled it out of my ass. I was having a good week, so
there
I
you
pulled
go.
it out of my ass.
Awesome. Cheers to that.
Yeah. So that so I found a 24-hour gym. I bought a day pass. I bought a $10 lock from them. Not only that, but perfect place to chill out before a race. Their bathrooms.
I'm gonna buy a day pass this gym, but I'm gonna go run 26 miles somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's
they
amazing.
they didn't care as long as I paid. It was like a.
Did you tell them what you were doing?
I think they had an inkling.
Okay.
They're like, "What are you here for?" I'm here for the marathon. So they didn't know if it was gonna work. They don't care. They just
Yeah.
want my money. It's a one of those global.
Did you like
gyms.
do a few like bench presses
Oh,
first?
just to get
just to like show them
just
like,
to-
hey, look, I'm working
I'm
out on
working
the equipment.
No, I didn't.
I'm gonna do like a half mile on the treadmill.
Yeah, maybe I'll swim a couple laps.
Yeah,
No, I didn't. But for anyone who needs
it's a good idea.
like a secure,
It's like a
place to
really good
store your
idea.
stuff. This doesn't apply for any race. So runner tip number 17.
There you go.
Put your stuff, store your things in a gym. Not only that, I went there, I chilled out, like I ate in the locker room. There's bathrooms there where you don't have to wait in a ridiculous
Yeah.
long line. It was
That's like a pretty good idea.
yeah. So I locked my stuff up, left, and I ran the race, which I was very, very undertrained for, my friend. I think my training consisted of a couple of 4 and 5 mile runs with you. And when was that? August, maybe?
Yep.
Yeah. So that was 2 months ago.
2 months ago.
And then I ran a half marathon last weekend.
Yep.
And I ran a half marathon the week before that, I think, or 2 weeks before that. I can't remember now. And that was pretty much it. Now, usually when you train for 26.2, you do a lot. You run a lot more than that.
Yep.
You run a lot more. Like you build up weekly mileages of what, like 30, 40 miles perhaps per
Yep.
week. I ran maybe that much total.
Yep.
So I knew I was severely undertrained and that this is going to be a grind and this is going to be painful.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what it was. So
Awesome.
I ran a pretty a steady pace. Not bad.
It
my-
wasn't your best.
Wasn't my best. If you look at my splits up to the half marathon,
Yeah, your splits are actually really good. I
not
was
bad,
following you on Twitter.
about 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 seconds
yeah,
maybe.
10:40 was like the slowest I saw.
Yeah.
And 10 like 20.
Yeah,
10,
I signed up for updates where it would
Yeah.
tweet every time I
I
hit.
do that whenever
hit,
I run a marathon,
Yeah,
yeah.
just because why the hell not? And I so since I did that, like I had to finish.
Yeah.
I had to finish because people were watching.
Yeah.
Sort of. So yeah, the first half went okay. I've got a couple aches and pains I've been dealing with, which aren't comfortable. And then after that, it started to suck.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I kept going up until about, and then there are points. So it's 26.2 miles. There are points you hit like mile 16.
Yeah.
They hit mile 17. It's like, fuck, I got 9.2 miles to go. Like, seriously. And then it just, the miles, you start looking for the next mile marker.
Yeah.
And they start seemingly getting farther and farther away
Yes.
as you pass them. And by the time I hit mile 20, I'm like, why
See, when I was
the hell did I do this?
when I was in Philly, mile 20 was my favorite memory.
Why?
At mile 20, you run through this little like side town and you're running down the street. Everyone there was a beer station and everyone was giving like they had like restaurants lining the road.
Yeah.
So, giving like brownies and
Right.
anything with carbs.
Right.
And really just everyone was cheering you on. It was like a nice little small town feel of bigger Philly. And at mile 20, about a tenth of a mile before, there's a sign that says marathoners outbound, which when I read it, I kind of was like, I could see about a tenth of a mile ahead, there was going to be a turnaround.
Yes.
So I was kind of like, that sign to me seems so pointless because like, obviously like, marathoners outbounds, like, we're only going a tenth of a mile. We're
Right.
turning around, so you do the turnaround and that's at 20, the turnaround
Yeah,
is 20
right.
miles. So you only have, a 10K to go.
Right. 6.2 miles.
6.2 miles.
At that, which
could be if you're hating your run, that's like 6.2 miles.
If you're a runner, you're like, oh, 6.2, that's no problem.
Yeah.
If you're after 20 miles, that seems like freaking forever.
So at the same point, a tenth of a mile coming back, the same sign was on the opposite side of the road,
right,
except it said marathoners inbound.
Right.
And there was this, and it was it was my first marathon, but there was this overwhelming sense of achievement in that moment where I still had a 10K left to run.
Yeah.
But the sign was telling me that I was going home.
Oh, that's cool.
And like it was a very warming sign because I knew that like the struggle was over. I was not necessarily in like the down to the whole rest of it,
right?
But like, you know, I knew that like
home stretch.
Yeah, the home stretch was there. It was going to be like a 6-mile home stretch, but like I knew, and I just remember like every moment of that 10K. I remember it so much clearer than the 20 miles that I ran before it.
Yeah,
I remember I worked at Lululemon at the time,
right,
and at mile 17 and 22 because it was the same path back. Lululemon had their rest
cheer
stop
station.
Yeah, so I remember what they were wearing. Like to this day, I still remember everything
very
about
clear,
it.
Clear as a bell.
I remember at mile 24, about a tenth of a mile before mile 24, there was a woman holding a sign that said, "You will want to run again." At mile 24, I texted my boyfriend at the time and said, like, holy shit, I'm going to finish this. And then at
I remember I started crying.
And then at mile 25, where I only had a mile left to go and the road got very steep because you were climbing the hill right before the art museum, the joke song I put on my marathon playlist, "Go the Distance" from the movie Hercules, came on.
You start crying.
And because, you know, it's all about like a hero's welcome, you know, every mile worth your while. And I started sobbing my damn eyes out. And I just remember those from that turnaround, mile 20.
Yeah.
It was my favorite mile of my first marathon.
Wow.
Not the same with my second marathon.
No, and certainly not what I was feeling yesterday.
Yes.
I wanted to cry.
Every marathon is kind of its own story. I've realized that along the way as well.
It did. That the 6.2 sucked. I did. I think somewhere between mile 21 and 22, I stopped at there was an aid station. Like I started cramping just from under training.
Yeah.
And they have this shit called BioFreeze.
And they just like put it on you.
They gave me a thing and I put it on there and I was like, you know any salt tablets? I just, just for the hell of it, I took that. Meanwhile, some other people coming in after me, way worse, like crying.
Yeah.
Like
I cried.
barely.
My second marathon, I
crying from pain?
Yeah. At mile 24. At mile 22, I have bad knees. My knees started acting up.
Yeah.
At mile 24, my right knee, which is my worst knee, just completely felt like somebody was stabbing it over and over again. And I literally, it was such an underpopulated race that I was literally running kind of by myself. So I was able to actually scream. Like I was screaming.
Yeah.
And then at mile like 25, you hit the boardwalk that you were going to run to get back. And I just figured, you know what? The faster I run, the faster I'm done.
Right.
And I remember I pretty much screamed and cried the entire 24th and 25th mile, but I got
you did
there.
really good that race though, didn't you?
Yeah, I did really good.
You did really good.
Because I just like...
You came in under 4 hours.
I came in under 4 hours. I just like, I fucking scream. Like I'd be running, I'd be like, rah! Screaming.
I would have paid to see
like
that.
screaming, crying, bloody fucking murder.
Wow.
But it worked.
Wow.
Somehow.
All right, yeah, like I saw this, like some chick came in, like she looked like death, and she was crying, and I'm like, well, all right, I ain't that bad, I could keep going, but it was painful. But I saw a sign though, which basically said, "Don't think, just run," and that was huge for me because I would think I was like my mind was on how painful it was. I said, just fucking keep going, just keep going, and near the end of the race, one chick was handing out the fun size Skittles. My favorite candy. Mm-hmm. I was like, all right, I get, I down that shit. And I kept going. And I finished. Not awesome.
What was your time?
4 hours, 52 minutes, 42 seconds.
So not your best.
Not my best by any means. My best is 4 hours, 16 minutes. I'm wondering how I did that now. I didn't stop at all.
I was to say, I'm wondering about
yesterday 3
hours and 53 minutes.
Yeah, that was your best. Yeah. That was the one where you were just screaming.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. I attribute the slow. Well, one, undertraining. Two, I've been
crowded.
Crowded, yeah. It was open though. I never really felt like I was.
I was going to say Philly. I felt crowded at.
Yeah, I stopped at the bathroom a couple times. That didn't doesn't bathroom doesn't throw you off by like 40, like almost 40 minutes. I just stop and walk a couple times. I've been drinking a lot more beer. Probably
Walt would call you an alcoholic.
the alcoholic beverages I had before running probably didn't help.
Yeah.
I'm sure I put on a few. My body fat percentage has gone up since that from a year ago. Perhaps I'm not really sure, but undertraining is huge. So
Yeah.
So yes, my next one. You know what though? Not bad for a dude who just shot a freaking season of a TV show.
Hell no.
And like goes to cons every weekend.
Hell no.
It's not that bad.
So what is your next running race?
Well, here's the thing. I'm debating in almost exactly a month. Rock and Roll Marathon Las Vegas starts on the Strip at night, finishes on the Strip at night. I'm thinking about that.
Okay.
I'm on the fence now. Like I was real gung ho about it maybe about a month ago, but ever since yesterday, and every time I don't know if you're the same way. Every time I run one of these things, I'm like, all right, that sucked. Like I'll probably do it again, but at this moment, like I'll probably take a lot of time off though. So this one is in a month. I'm on the fence. I may do it.
Okay.
I may do it.
So you and I talked about my next marathon that I'm training for.
Yes.
Which might not be my next marathon I'm training for if something happens.
Right.
Because I'm not the kind of person that's going to run a marathon, then run a marathon a month later.
Okay.
I mean, I probably
could.
I actually
strong.
maybe might.
You're a very strong runner.
I actually maybe might. So let's talk about my next marathon.
Okay, which is?
AC.
Lang
on
City.
April Fool's Day.
Okay.
It was my first half marathon that I undertrained for that I hated.
Okay.
Actually, I loved it up until about mile 11.
Okay.
The kicker was not that I undertrained for it, that I drank too much coffee before it.
Okay.
So we could all see where that's going.
What, did you shit your pants? What?
No, I didn't shit my pants. I just like really had an upset stomach.
Oh, okay, sure. Sure, that's that's one of the killers. It's not good for running.
So I kind of want to go back and rock the whole marathon. I love AC. I practically grew up there. So I'm doing AC.
Right, don't drink coffee this time.
I wanted to do it next week when they're doing their one in October, which is the first half marathon I did. But I'm going to do it on April Fool's Day.
Okay.
And you're going to join me.
Yes, I will.
And I might actually, I have a friend, Greg, who he's a runner. He's a speed runner.
Right.
He runs he runs a mile in like 6 minutes.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. No. So we've never actually run together, but I call him my running partner all the time because we do talk about running. Right. We trade our stories, and he owes me drinks from after my first marathon. I just haven't seen him.
Okay.
We see each other in passing. I moved away from my house, so now I live about 30 minutes away from him. And he sent me a text the other day, and he said, "Are you running any marathons?" And I said, "Training for AC in April."
Yeah.
And he said, "I was thinking about possibly running a marathon, maybe April or May."
Yeah.
So he might be joining me. So you're going to train with me?
I'll train with you. Yes.
And you're going to run with me?
I will run with you.
But you might have a marathon that is a little bit
here's
more
the thing.
interesting.
So I was supposed to do 3 races this year for the Wayne Foundation. First one I did Pittsburgh, which was in May. Also very painful, but I finished that one. I want to finish it in 4:38. So not awesome either, but good. I was supposed to run San Francisco for the Wayne Foundation. Couldn't do that because we had to shoot. And then this was the last of the series, which was Chicago.
So now has the Wayne Foundation set up any for next year?
Well, so what I'm hearing is we hit our fundraising goals for each one of those 3, and that they would like to continue, and possibly we would be running either or both New York and the one on your bucket list, Boston. Yes. I know you want to do Boston badly.
I could give a shit less about New York. I mean, I'll run it with you.
I want to do it just to do it.
I definitely will run New York with you.
New York
but I could give a shit less about New York. You said New York, I didn't bat an eye. You said Boston, I pretty much dropped to my knees. Yeah. I want to do Boston.
Whoa. You drop. Whoa, hey, this is a family show.
I meant praying, like drop to my knees, like, oh my God.
Oh, that's not what.
Praise the running gods.
That's not what I was thinking. I was
like,
whoa, Samantha, get up.
I know. If I dropped to my knees, I would come to your shoulders.
Yeah, so I guess that physiologically, I guess that wouldn't work.
Yeah, I would have to like lay on the floor.
Right. and then you would have to find it. Yeah, it's a whole mess. Never mind.
I was gonna say it's too tiny.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, talking like you ever like try to sharpen a pencil and like you do it too much and it's just like
a nub,
like a little stub. Yeah, I can't. Bad genetics. Anyways, that's possible. I'm not promising anything, but that's what I got that text yesterday. After I finished, I contacted Jamie Walton from the Wayne Foundation. She was like, "Hey, congratulations. Possibly New York or Boston." So
try and go with Boston.
And frankly, I mean, I love doing Chicago. I did get to see a friend while I was out there from here, but I'd rather not do these alone. It'd be cool to have someone to come out with me. Yeah. Have like a team.
Yeah. And we can wear matching clothes.
Sure.
I mean, you won't wear my shorts, but I won't wear my shorts. I actually always run marathons in crops.
Right. Oh, your booty shorts or short shorts?
Yeah, I wouldn't wear those for a marathon.
Right.
I wear pants.
You have very short running shorts, though.
I do have very short running shorts. I would never run a marathon.
Believe me, I've seen them. Believe me, I've noticed. I told while I was like limping and shit, I was like, I gotta pick this up or else I'm gonna miss my flight.
Yeah,
that was the other thing. That was the motivation.
So you kind of had like you had to finish in 5 hours. You finished in 4 hours.
4:52 at like a little 8-minute window. I grabbed my medal, tried to walk as fast as I could back to the gym.
Got your bags.
Got my bag. Luckily, got a ride shortly after that, and
then you made it for the party, the aforementioned party.
I just made it the first time they boarded. After we boarded, flight took off like half hour late, so I guess I would have. Yeah. But had I not made it in time, it would have left my ass.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Well, once they shut the doors, they can't open them, even if it sits on the. Yeah. I wouldn't even say the runway. Even if it sits without starting for 30, 40 minutes, they can't. Yeah, the other thing, I wanted to make this flight because I got this fucking seat. It had a little bed setting. Yeah. That thing reclined all the way. So here's my question.
Okay, what's your question?
Okay, so and because we're running out of time.
Okay.
So the night before,
is it? Wow.
The night before, you paneled at Comic-Con.
Yes. Yeah, I was at Comic-Con the night before.
You had an amazing time, baller dinners,
I did. Panel was awesome. Pretty much. You'll hear it on here either I hear Kevin May reads it as SModCast, or we'll do it as a Secret Stash companion pod. So
you hang out with porn stars.
Well, hold on.
Hang out with hot women.
Hold on.
You hang out with hot women. Hold on.
Yes.
So then, Friday night, obviously, you were in New York.
I was.
I believe Thursday night you were in New York too, right?
Yes, I was.
Okay.
Yeah, actually I was.
So Thursday night you were in New York. Yes. Friday night you were in New York for Comic-Con.
Yes. Saturday I was in Chicago.
Saturday you were in Chicago. Here. I have a question. And call me.
Yes, I'm still married. Yes.
No. I know you're still married. Obviously, your wife is texting you. Hi, Debbie.
Yes.
And I'm kind of playing devil's advocate here because I do know that you do care about your family.
Yes. Thank
you. You missed your wife's birthday. You were away.
I was in San Antonio. Yes.
Yes.
I sent her some.
I'm pretty sure you missed one of your kids' birthdays.
No, absolutely not. I was at both my kids' birthdays.
Okay. Have you ever missed a kid's birthday?
I don't believe I have.
Okay. So just your wife? Really? That's shitty.
It was.
Dude, if I was Debbie, I'd fucking kill you. But anyway, okay. So say you had to miss like one of your kids' birthdays for like filming or for you had to miss Debbie's birthday.
Right.
Do you think later in life?
Yes.
I mean, you are like an adventurer. I'm looking at this outline today, and I'm listening to you talk.
Like I'm all over the map. Yes,
you're all over the map.
Yes.
You're going numerous places. You're going to numerous cities and weekends.
Yes.
You're like a true adventurous spirit.
I'm behaving myself.
Yeah,
yes.
No, you're behaving yourself. You're right.
Yes.
You're a true adventurer though. Like you are the definition of somebody who really just likes to be out there.
I do. Yes.
Do you think that when you're older in life,
yes,
and your kids are a little older,
yes,
and your wife is a little older, and your relationship's a little older, do you think that you're going to look back and regret missing moments?
Sure. Okay. Yeah, but I think right now with all this,
that's kind of me playing devil's advocate because I do know that you are there for your kids, no matter how many jokes I make about like your kid calling you on air, to hear you say goodnight to him, like joking around. Yeah. But
I mean, of course I'm going to regret it, but like the con thing is going to be very short lived. Yes. I'm not going to cons for the rest of my life. I'm not freaking Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah.
I'm not William Shatner. I'm not. Yeah. I'm not. I have to take advantage of while I can.
Yes.
And. It just so happens that I like
your kids are gonna like resent you for not being there for all the moments that, like, I mean, I'm sure there are moments that you've missed, like, you know, maybe like a haircut or like a first bad haircut where they come. I remember the first time I got my haircut too short and I hated it. Yeah. My father, I
want to be there for that.
I told my mother, like, you know, I was like, oh, it's okay. And my father came home and I just started sobbing. I was like, I fucking hate it. Like, you know, like that moment, or even just like, you know, the you know, you're watching TV and your kid walks up to you and just wants like a kiss goodnight. Right. The little moments. I'm not even talking about the big ones. Do you think you're gonna miss the little ones?
I think so. And I'm not saying that it's the same, but with technology, how it is these days, it makes it a little easier.
I came to this conclusion.
Like FaceTime's a godsend.
Well, I came to this conclusion, and I guess it's because my father doesn't use technology, that I really just missed him this week. Yeah. Like I just kind of missed my dad. Right. And so my father and my boyfriend share a birthday.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So
you're trapped in
So I'm kind of trapped, and I obviously already know the choice that I've made.
Yeah, which is
so dinner at my every birthday, the Sunday after we have dinner at my house. Yeah. Well, my boyfriend and my father's birthday falls on a Saturday. Right. So the Sunday after, both my boyfriend and my father are having respective dinners at
Ooh, what are you going to do?
So I mean, my father made the joke when I was home for my birthday. He's like, oh, well, you know, for my birthday, we better be having dinner. I don't want to hear like everybody. And I already knew in that moment that I was going to be letting my father down because I'm obviously
he guilt-tripped you already. Not only that, he knew
going to dinner with my boyfriend. Right. And I felt really bad. So like this week I called him. He called me to find out something about my car. Right. And I said, I was like, I'm going to be home Sunday. Can we like go for coffee? Yeah. And like I just kind of wanted to hang out with him because I know I'm going to be blowing him off on his birthday. Right. And it occurred to me that obviously the relationship that like I'm trying to, you know, start my boyfriend and his first birthday together, you know, like obviously I want to be there for that. Right. I want to share in that moment with him. Yeah, that's the relationship
grand plans
that like, you know, like without saying like, oh yeah, I'm going to marry that kid. Like without saying that, like obviously you enter a relationship to form a bond with somebody and to share big moments with them. But like at the same time, I know that my time with my father is limited. Sure. So like I already feel terrible that like, and I'll see him on his birthday, but like the family dinner on
traditional
Sunday,
family dinner,
I'm going to miss.
Yes.
So it occurred to me that it was one of those little things that like already I regret because I'm missing this moment to share with him. And it's a little thing. It's a little moment.
Sure.
But you know, it made me, you know, you've been everywhere all over the map this week. And, you know, I wondered if you ever thought about, you know, 20 years down the line, if you're going to miss, you know, these little moments.
Probably. Yeah. But I'm hoping 20 years down the line, like, you know, these trips that I'm kind of taking myself, like they'll be coming with me to
run.
My ultimate dream is to run like either a full or half with one of my kids. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
And kick their ass, of course, but
that's terrible.
I would run with them until like the last quarter mile.
4 hours and 52 minutes. Shit, your kids are gonna kick your ass.
They could kick my ass now, I bet.
Yeah.
So that would be I think we'll probably be doing that later on.
Have you ever felt like you've missed a moment?
Oh, I'm sure I have. I can't pull one offhand.
Yeah, no, like just like, you know, like your wife will say something like you'll be out and you'll call her and, you know, she'll be like, oh, you know, so-and-so came home, you know, and
all the time.
And like a bully was beating up on them, so they had to shank him in the side. You know? And you missed that first moment of your child shanking somebody.
Like kicking some kid's ass.
Yeah.
I would regret that. That hasn't happened yet. But
well, your children are Asian, so it's probably not going to happen.
You never know.
It's
Asians
true. Bruce Lee was...
Asians growing up in America, it's different. It's different, but yeah. Hopefully in 20, you know, you could a lot of moments you can make up later on too. Plus, I buy him shit when I come back. So doesn't make up for everything.
That's terrible. My father actually always like whenever we go out, he's always like, I'll go to buy something, and he'll be like, let me buy it. Yeah. And I'm like, you know, for a few years I was like, man, this is like awesome. Like my dad's just gonna like buy me whatever. Yeah. But then after a while I was like, you know, Dad, like you don't have to buy me things. Right. Like I love you anyway.
Right. Okay.
And I didn't want him.
Yeah, but you know, like going to cons, like there's a lot of cool shit to buy. So, actually, I don't even buy stuff for myself anymore. I buy it for them. So. Except for the tentacle kitties.
Octopussies?
Yeah, the octopussies. You know, that I buy for everybody. So, yeah, I'd have to get you one.
Yeah. So we have like 10 minutes left.
Yes. Oh, by the way, thank you to the dude who made a sign for me in Chicago.
Oh yeah, I saw that
cool,
sign.
right?
It was adorable.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was really awesome.
So yes, signs really do keep marathoners running.
They do. They do. So yeah, New York Comic Con was awesome. Yeah, I did go to an Orioles bar.
Yeah.
And just real quick, we were mentioning porn stars. I noticed one that I like a lot. I didn't even know that she was an adult film star. I started following her on Twitter because she was into She's really into Doctor Who and stuff like and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. She goes by the name April O'Neil after Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I noticed she was she's from LA. I know she was in New York. Eating at one of my favorite ramen joints. She posted on Instagram.
So you stalked her.
Well, I sent her a message that I had an extra con pass. And I was like, hey, I got an extra pass. I'm going to be in the city for another half hour. Do you want it? Do you want to go to the con? And she's like, yeah, I could actually use that. I'm at this place called Fat Buddha. If you're nearby. So I mapped it. And so I was at a sports bar watching the Orioles. I was at the Orioles bar. This place she was at 2 doors down. So it was meant to be, right?
Yeah.
So I actually went. I'm looking at
Ming
this
and
place.
porn stars.
Look at this place, and I see her in line getting her ID checked. I'm like, what? I met her a year ago in LA at Stanley's Kamikaze. Really cool chick. Really awesome.
Eric Richardson got tweeted back 28 minutes ago. Not that I'm checking.
Yes,
sorry if I'm creepy. I just miss the sounds of Philly and Jersey. Dude, nothing's creepier than me having to say like water. I love it.
Yeah.
Completely.
So I saw April. And,
I say the word Harvard. Yeah. I don't say it like that. Harvard.
So I had this extra. My best friend Mike came to the con with me. I was like, hey, dude, you're not gonna use this anymore, are you? Because I'm giving it to April. So I did. But before I left, she's like, hey, let's come have a drink. I'm here with my friends.
Let's take some nudes.
No, not take some nudes. Why do you automatically think that outside of their? Are you selling yoga pants out when you're not at work?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. I don't know.
Shit, I actually, the other day, somebody contacted me and they were like, Sam, what do you think about Lululemon mats? And I was like, dude, totally worth the investment. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, man, I'm still selling for my old company.
Oh, what's good is good. And the Lululemon mats are amazing.
It's true.
But she's like, hey, let's have a drink.
And take off our clothes.
No taking off our clothes. So we get in the bar, a place called Fat Buddha.
Yeah.
I'm trying to order drinks from the bartender. And he was like, have you been in here before? Where do I know you from? And, I go to the whole spiel, watch TV, comic book. It's like, oh, yeah, all taken care of. So I got to look kind of cool in front of her.
Oh, man.
So
you treated a porn star to dinner.
Not dinner, drinks.
Drinks.
But it turns out they knew who she was, too. So we were two, like, freaking power.
Oh.
We were two freaking
so it's like a
powerhouses
power
in there.
couple. Ming Chen and his porn star.
April. Her name's April. April O'Neil.
Well, her name's April today. Next week it'll be a different Atlanta porn star.
No, her on her taxes.
Do you know
taxes? Yes, maybe that's how she lists her profession. I just think of her as a cool chick.
Do you
because she is in fact very cool.
I'm sure she's very cool.
I think you would love her. I wish you were there.
I
wish you were there. You would love. I think you would dig her.
Oh man, shit! I think I forgot to say Gotham tonight.
Well, come over. Actually, we can't watch it in here. Wait, do I get that channel?
It's like 20 minutes late.
Oh, is it? Shit.
I always forget to DVR that. Always.
We'll figure it out. Anyways. Here I pass. I was like, shit. I gotta run in less than 2 days. Should I be drinking shots of Jameson that they keep pouring
with a porn star
on the bar?
Sure.
I had the Jameson.
Obviously.
I had the Jameson.
Obviously.
Yeah. So, and then I got like 3 hours of sleep and then went to Chicago. So that was my weekend.
So next up, Atlanta.
Walker Stalker Convention
if you're
in Atlanta.
If you're in Atlanta, follow the Ming Chen Stalker Tour.
Yes, I will be there with Mike Zapsik and Brian Johnson.
Maybe
I wish
Brian Johnson.
Dude, you're obviously a Walking Dead fan. You would have so much fun.
I'm a Walking Dead fan, really?
Yes, you are. You are. Yes, you are. You are totally there. I wish you could come. It's a fun con. Just fun, well organized. The people who run it are all like my dearest friends now. It's cool to be like the guy who plays Bob, Lawrence Gilliard Jr. He's a fan of the show. Every time I see him, we're like, "Hey, what's up?" We're hugging, and it's weird though, because I saw him on TV first. Yeah. Like he's Bob, but
he's Bob,
or the dude from The Wire.
He's Bob. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. yeah, but it's cool. So.
Okay.
But yeah, and then like I know you're a fan. It would be cool to introduce you to these guys because they're really cool.
Like a fan is like a heavy word.
Yeah, Samantha, meet Lauren Cohen. Lauren, Samantha.
I'm trying to think if I was actually meeting the cast of the.
Who would you like? Oh, like what? Regis, Andrew Lincoln. Like who would you want to meet? I know you don't get starstruck and all that shit.
I mean, I was gonna say if you were gonna introduce me to Norman Reedus, I would ask him where Sean Patrick Flannery was.
I think Sean Patrick Flannery is going to be there.
Well, then I would expect Norman Reedus to introduce me.
Are you a big Boondock fan?
Yeah.
Oh, are you? I didn't know that. So, Boondocks is all about Sean Patrick.
Yeah.
Like Norman Reedus is kind of a secondary character.
Yeah. I would it be weird if I said I was a Powder fan as well?
No, not at all.
I think that's actually kind of weird. Okay, so gun to my head, who am I most excited to meet for The Walking Dead?
Yes. Wow, tough decision, huh? Or even Denai Greer, Michonne, or I don't know, pick anybody. They're gonna be there. They're gonna be there. It's gonna be crazy. It's this. All right, you don't have to pick anybody.
I was gonna say there's actually really nobody on that show that I really want to meet.
Don't let me put you on the spot.
It's not even like I don't want to meet them. It's just there's nobody on the show that like stands out to me.
I hear you.
Yeah, no, I like really I don't get jazzed by celebrities, so there's nobody on that show.
Right,
it takes a lot for me to want to meet somebody.
Fair enough.
I'm trying to think of like the last person I really wanted to meet.
Right. Let me know if you think this is weird. Now, on Saturday, pretty much the whole cast is showing up because they're actually shooting still, but on the weekends they have free.
Sorry.
And they shoot in Atlanta, so they're coming out for the con. Tell me if you think this is weird. The baby Judith in the show, played by twins, so they can because they can only work certain hours. They're listed as being at the con on Saturday.
That's a little weird.
Do you think that's weird? That's a little weird, right?
It's a little weird. Are people like going to go to meet her? Is she going to sign things?
Yeah.
Is she going to spit up on them?
Well, I mean, in the picture here, no, I guess she's still they're still kids. So I really don't. I have no idea how that's going to work. I'll let you know. I'm interested.
Okay, let us know.
I'm interested.
Ming's going to get creepy with toddlers.
No, I'm not. I'm just interested on how this is going to work. So, anyways, real quick, hockey. Hockey season's back. Hockey has started.
Go Bruins.
New Jersey Devils 2-0. They're looking like powerhouses right now.
Yeah, they
they're
look like they're
scoring
gonna
goals.
Like start choking next week.
They rolled over Florida and Philly.
Oh, because Florida's that hard.
Well, Philly's a decent team.
Have you seen Florida's goaltending?
Who is a freaking what's his face is freaking what's his face from Vancouver is
Bobby Lou?
Yeah,
not a good goaltender.
What happened to him? What happened?
He sucks.
He didn't always suck.
He sucks.
All right, maybe he does suck. But
he sucks.
Maybe he does suck.
Vancouver's best and worst thing that ever happened to them.
Okay.
Sucks.
All right.
I mean, I can't really talk. Braden Holtby put a fucking smackdown on Tuukka Rask the other day, which is horrible because Braden Holtby is literally my least favorite goaltender in the league.
Freaking Lundqvist?
No.
Speaking of which, freaking Lundqvist got lit up yesterday too. It's great. Got pulled.
Fucking
pulled.
I mean, it's still early in the season. My fantasy.
Yeah, it's like 2 games in. I'm like, all right.
My fantasy.
I'm already
right
making
now,
my Stanley Cup.
I know.
Yeah, how's your fantasy team doing?
My fantasy team. I'm winning 8-3 this week.
Okay.
I haven't really even been updating. I've already kind of checked out of it, but I'm winning 8-3. So awesome for me.
You're checked out already? The season just started.
I completely the weekend. I just
Why are you doing this if you're not gonna
I have to put Alfredson on IR. I still haven't done that yet.
Oh my god, dude!
I know I'm really bad, but I'm winning 8-3. So good for me.
All right. So is this the first matchup? Does it go head to head?
Yeah.
You go head to head.
Head to head.
Okay.
First matchup, head to head. And
what does it go weekly? Is it what goes Sunday to Sunday?
It usually goes It usually goes Monday to Sunday.
So did it count the last half week too?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first week is a little bit longer, and I think the last week's a little bit longer. So it's you get a little more.
All right.
But so
8-3. All right. I guess.
I mean, I'm not counting that a win
yet.
You know what?
Don't let me tell you to GM.
Shit.
Then. Don't let me tell you to GM.
Fucking Rask sucked it up for me, and then I had fucking Cam Talbot, and he lost
Why do
me
you
a game too.
Why do you have Ken Talbot?
Because
He's
I
terrible.
needed a second goalie, and I forgot halfway
so
through.
freaking the Queen's backup.
Yeah.
All right.
I think Lundqvist is better than what the Devils got.
Corey Schneider? Yeah,
Corey Schneider sucks. Anything that comes out of Vancouver sucks.
You're just whining because he used to be on your favorite team.
I never was a Vancouver fan, and by
You
never,
were?
and by never, I mean there was totally a time.
Yeah, right. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So shows to watch out for: Gotham.
Have you been keeping up?
I have. Not as good as the first episode, but not as bad as it could be.
Aren't they 3 episodes in?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
So definitely, it's building, but it's also not building in my eyes. I didn't watch The Flash. I'm not going to. So everyone should stop asking me because I don't like him. He's a pointless hero to me. And I'm not watching Green Arrow.
As a runner,
I'm not watching Green Arrow.
As a runner, you should.
As a runner, God, Flash should be my favorite, but he's like pointless in my eyes.
All right.
I'm not watching Green Arrow.
I'm just
so
saying.
everybody,
I think the Flash has been pretty good.
Apparently, I heard that the first episode was like fantastic. I'm not watching it. Like I said, everyone can stop tweeting at me and texting me about it. I'm not watching Green Arrow. I did that once. I watched the first season.
The last thing I'm going to do is tell you what to do.
Hell yeah!
Put it that way.
Yeah. Doctor Who. Apparently, I'm the kind of person who doesn't read spoilers.
Right.
I don't read information about it. I don't watch trailers. I don't like looking forward to things.
Okay.
I just realized that the companion is actually leaving the show.
Really?
Which is funny because I never really liked her anyway.
Is she being replaced?
Yeah, they're always replaced.
That's what I figured.
She came in with she appeared with Matt Smith. Right. She didn't come in with him. She appeared with Matt Smith after Amy and Rory left. And I didn't really like her with Matt Smith. I actually completely like her with Peter Capaldi.
Yeah.
But something tells me, and I have a sneaking suspicion, I'm pretty much going to like anybody with Peter Capaldi.
Sure.
Because I pretty much think Peter Capaldi is
Who's your favorite companion? I liked Rose.
I liked Rose.
I like Rose. Or not. I still like her because I'm still watching that season. So
I like Rose.
That's how far back
I like Rose with I like Rose with David Tennant.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's like where the love story appears.
Yeah.
But there is one episode in particular that I really like Rose with Chris Eccleston.
All right. I didn't know she was huge already in the UK before she got that role.
Yeah.
Like singer,
Billie Piper,
right?
yeah. She's she's kind of famous. She's dated a few people that are like very big. But yeah, so apparently Jenna Louise Coleman, Clara, she's leaving. Apparently Christmas is her last episode.
That makes
once
sense.
again, 2 years in a row, Stephen Moffat will try and kill Christmas for us.
Right.
Good for him.
It's tradition.
I hope he rots in hell.
Tradition.
Yeah, tradition.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
But yeah, that's my TV update.
So much
for
stuff
the day.
we haven't gotten to. I
know.
want to tell you about.
We didn't talk about Ebola.
No, we'll talk about that next week.
And we didn't talk about Cerebral.
Actually, wait. I'm not gonna be here next week. We might have to record.
Maybe I'll just record without you.
You should. You should get some.
Anybody named Ming out there that wants to?
Right. I decided I'm gonna hang on Atlanta for a couple days.
Obviously, why would you want to hang out with your family?
I hang out with my family. I've never been to Atlanta. Let me do the Coke tour.
You do your thing.
Go to the Varsity.
You go, girl.
Yes. Let me hang out for a couple days. I'm gonna hang out for a couple days.
Okay. So I'll see you at yoga tomorrow.
You will 8:00.
Hell yeah.
All right. Let's do it. Nice.
Yeah. Don't cock block.
I'm not gonna have I ever cock blocked you?
Yep.
Did I?
Nope.
We'll talk about that next time.
We will.
We'll
I'm gonna wear my blue pants.
You've got your outfit laid out already?
Yeah, well.
Okay.
Have you seen our yoga instructor?
I'm not gonna talk about this.
Thank you everybody for an amazing week.
You. We love you. Thank you for listening.
Yes.
We'll talk
See
to
you
soon.
next week.
And where's my here it is. All right.
Boom.
Talk to you next week.
This has been a production of SModCo Internet Radio.
What superhero collectible relics will grace the halls of the Secret Stash in Red Bank, New Jersey? Find out on the hit show Comic Book Men with Kevin, Walt, Brian, Mike, and Ming. Lifelong buds who geek out and recount hilarious stories from their past. Comic Book Men, Sundays, only on AMC.